Hey, TJ. Hey, TJ. Hey, Dominic. How goes it?
Most definitely. Good evening, all.
What's new and exciting?
Oh, nothing that exciting. So
Uh,
what's the weather like there? Good.
it's sunny but cold. It's only 32 degrees.
Well, I'll take the sun then. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter for me. Doesn't matter what the temperature is, just as long as it's sunny.
Yeah. Yep.
That's that's me. Okay, let's check going.
Yep. The sun is nice,
Always.
but we're headed for some nasty weather, I think.
Oh no. Hmm. Let's get some chat going. DJ. Okay, TJ's first.
He said something about I thought he was going to go fly today. I didn't know what he's up
Mhm.
to.
It says he just finished some flying, about to head home.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Hmm.
Heading home.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got everything. Oh,
Yep. The
yep.
emoji's gone.
I got it
Link's
pinned.
in. We're ready to go.
Okay.
Now just
All good to go.
wait for the people to come.
Yes.
Ah, Laura,
Laura,
you're too
Laura,
you're too kind. I'll be back in 1 sec. I've got a phone call.
what do you want? You're a pain in my butt. You know that, kid? I'll be right back. Can I go outside? No? Go ahead. Yeah, Lance, we're on a little bit early. It's 10 minutes to 5 o'clock. So we're on about 12 minutes early. Yeah, Lance, the Super Bowl championship parade, they had gunfire and ambulances and all kinds of things going on there. What's that? What? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, gang. I fed Mia, then she wanted some more kibble. I gave her more kibble. Then she wanted to go outside, and Mia's a 80 pound, 90 pound pit bull mix, and she just gets that paw and goes on your leg like this until hey, 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 you know. She's
Okay,
outside.
I'm back from my phone call. Hello, Lance. Hello, Steve. Who else did I miss? I think that's all I've missed.
Yeah,
Okay.
did you hear about the shooting at the Super Bowl celebration?
No.
Oh, this afternoon, yeah, they had all kinds of ambulances, police were running around, people, thousands of people were there for the celebration, and all of a sudden, pop, pop, bang, bang, and
Anybody get hurt?
I don't know. It's just happened this
Oh,
afternoon. So,
oh, okay.
but there were ambulances there, and they loaded people in the ambulances, but you don't know whether it was a result of the stampede or a result of
Yeah,
gunfire or
yeah. Mm, that's not good.
no.
That's not good. Yep. I hate hearing that. Mm. One dead and 14 hurt. Ah,
Okay, one dead and 14 hurt, huh?
I was already in a bit of a flat mode, and that's even flattened it even further. Unbelievable.
Well, it just shows how society has gone wacko.
Yeah.
And the sad part of it is if they had shot the guy when he pulled the gun out or whatever, then
Mm,
the police would be bastards, you know?
mm, yeah. Hey, JD, we had an issue just recently where a guy was at near one of our train stations with a bit of broken glass, and he was lunging at people. So the police shot him. And now the policeman that shot him is public enemy number one.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
there was a hell of a lot of kids. They closed the schools in Kansas City so that all the parents could take their kids, and
Uh, uh,
it says on the news here, suspect was immediately pursued on foot.
mm, unbelievable. Mm, mhm, mm, mm.
Yeah, I understand, TJ. I agree with you.
Yeah. Oh, don't know.
Hey, Steve Carpenter, how are you doing?
Steve.
There were 15 people either shot or injured, one dead.
Mm. Says there were three gunmen or alleged gunmen. Just don't know why. Mm.
So evidently there must be 2 or more actors, they said, because they got 2 in custody.
Mm,
10 to 15 people have been shot or injured.
mm.
That's preliminary.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
What's up?
We'll try and lighten the mood up a little bit.
What about the shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, just tells me that they're getting tired of the Swifties. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
That'll lighten the mood up a little bit. Yeah. Well, she's in
I had
Melbourne.
to say it. I had to say that.
Yeah. She's in Melbourne. She just flew in this morning, so she's in my hometown because it's tonight or tomorrow night. I can't remember. Well, it'll be Thursday.
Yeah, apparently it was
Thursday night.
two people. It was two
Yeah.
people that knew each other, and it was an ongoing feud, and they decided to shoot at each other and hit 15 freaking people.
Yeah.
Mm,
Years ago, when I was stationed here, there was a lot of shootings going on. This was back in 1980, 79 and 80. I was stationed in New Orleans.
Mhm.
And in the Marine Corps, we actually, they had an incident where a guy got shot by the police, and they were threatening to, if the police didn't get convicted, they were going to shoot up the city. Everybody was going to shoot up the city, right? So it was one housing project that was threatening this. So they actually put us on alert, the Marines. And we went down there with state police, with National Guard and everybody, and we drew a perimeter around them. We were fully loaded down with AR-15s, with rounds, everything. And we were told, if shooting breaks out, shoot, fire into the crowd. We were actually told that. And I was thinking, man, that's a damn shame because we're going to kill people, you know? And nothing happened when they didn't get convicted because they shouldn't have been convicted. And everybody that broke, they dispersed, went back, and everything calmed down. But it was so bad. The colonel I worked for told the New Orleans Police Department, they got such a problem. Let me get on the news. We'll have the Marines train them how to shoot, so at least they'll hit the right person, you know?
mm.
He said so. He said,
Yeah.
we'll train them how to shoot each other so they don't hit any bystanders, they'll hit each other. I said, then it'll alleviate the problem. That's how he put it, it'll alleviate the problem. That was on the news, you know? But it was that, tell you what, that's a hairy situation because it's not a wartime situation. And we were out there, and we were actually the Marines, we were in the front, and we were laying down prone on the ground with our AR-15s. I had 120 rounds, you know, and I'm laying there and I'm saying, man, I hope I don't have to do this. But if we're giving the orders, we're going to do it, you know?
Yeah.
They start firing at us, we were going to fire back. And they wouldn't let the police anywhere near them. There was about 600 people in a big area. They wouldn't let the police anywhere near them, so we didn't know how many weapons there were. A helicopter went over the top and saw a flash and got away because they didn't know they were being fired at off the flashlight. So, and we didn't hear gunshots. If we'd have heard gunshots, they probably would have opened up on them. So it was good. Everybody made a decision to we'll do this another day, you know?
Yeah.
Or a better way. That's the best way to say it. But it's, man, I tell you what, it's crazy. They said one died. That's what they're saying. But the 2 shooters are in custody. That's a good thing.
That's good. Good start.
Well, you know, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing too. The reason I say it's bad is I think everybody agree what they deserve, but what they'll live their days in being taken
luxury.
care of, fed, and everything else, and clothed and everything.
Yep.
Because I don't think this is Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. I don't think they have the death penalty there.
No, and I don't think this even justifies because it's going to be more of an involuntary.
Yep.
You know, so it's not going to justify it. But if they could call it a hate crime, which they can't call it, they could call it a terrorism thing. Then the feds could take over, and they got the death penalty. So that's what they need to charge him with. Since it's at a function like this, they need to call it terrorism.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the investigators will definitely, Joe, be looking for any kind of messages or emails or whatever that has anything to do with terrorist activities or whatever.
Mm. Yeah.
I was just thinking, all of a sudden I got a dumb look on my face and I was thinking, where's my Mavic 3? I had it with me a little while ago and I couldn't remember if I brought it in, but I stuck it over on the side.
Mhm.
Yeah, the interesting thing in the news, Joe, is that a large section of Chinese immigrants are crossing across our border.
Oh, that's been happening. And it's
Illegal.
like, and at military age. So tell me why.
Yep.
It tells me why, you know? Okay, I got a lot of names in the chat here, but none of them are coming up. Oh, they're not watching? Did they get up?
What's that?
I'm typing in the little @ sign and I did TJ, Lance, all of them. Let's see. None of them are coming up as being in the chat. Let me make sure I get the right one. might have this morning's chat, you know?
Well, there hasn't been too much activity in the chat.
Yes, I got a feeling I'm looking at the wrong one. Let's see what chat this is. No, this is started 17 minutes ago. Yeah, so do it again. Because I pop it out and I usually don't look at it. But according to this, it says they've got Laura in the chat. Laura's in the chat. Hey, Laura. Don't say I didn't say hello. TJ does not come up, but he's in the chat. Hanging with JD comes up, but he's not in the chat. Lance is not in the chat. Steve Carpenter does not come up when I put him in. See, Mark should be there. Mark is in there because he just popped in.
Hey, Mark, how's it going? Laura, are you going to join the panel here or what?
Well, we got the rehearsal dinner tomorrow night that me and my ex-wife have to pay for. And we've been negotiating how we're going to do this. And I told her the order she had, I said it was too much. Look what you got. So we got it down. She had it like at $500. That's how much it was going to cost at Olive Garden. And I told her, I said, girl, listen to me. Take some of this stuff off because we got 24 people and we got stuff already. It's going to feed like 48 people, you know, because that's what it says. So she broke it down and everything. Calls up this morning because they said all you got to do is call the day before, order the catering, and we'll put you in the back room and we'll set it up and you'll just eat there. That's how we planned it. Calls up this morning and Nick calls me and he says, do me a favor, call Olive Garden. They're saying that they can't do it that way. Y'all have to take the food. You can't eat it here. And I called and I talked to the GM over there and just came back from paying for it and it's being done. Let's put it that way. They say we can't put the trays out, but we've got 28 servings of lasagna and then the 3 pasta balls. You only got 24 people. Just we'll figure out, ask them what they want, and we'll serve you that, you know.
Okay.
They're gonna divvy it up for us. But they can't put it out in because they've already got a party in the room they were gonna put us in. They told us to call the day before, that'd be good. And somebody else booked it before us, I guess. So we're going to be in the main dining room, and we'll figure it that way. But they said you could pay for it tomorrow, and I said nope. I went out there because she said I could pay for it tomorrow. I can't pay for it today. I said it was funny. I texted her. I said I'll go pay for it. You're going to pay me tomorrow. She answered something else, right? So then I asked her, and I said no, not that. You're going to be able to pay me tomorrow, right? And she answered something else. But the third time I said, you're avoiding me or what? like that. And then I called her, and when she answered the phone, I went, "Bitch, listen to me." I said, "Quit avoiding my answer." She just started laughing. She says, "I wasn't avoiding you. I didn't see it." Like that. She goes, "I'll pay you tomorrow." I said, "Okay." She goes, "But you called me a bitch." I said, "That first thing out of my mouth, sorry." you know. I said, "So just pay me tomorrow." I said, "If you need to wait till you get paid Friday, pay me Friday." Yeah, next week. I said, "Just pay me next week, but make sure you pay me."
Yeah, it's
Because
not a gift.
it was $350. you know,
That's pretty cheap for how many people?
24. 24 people, 25 people,
see.
2 kids are going to be there.
So that's less
But-
than, that's about $15 a head. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, the lasagna comes, the 2 lasagnas feed 28. And then we got the pasta that feeds 12. So that gives us 40 people,
Yeah,
plus all the salad. He said, "We're going to make sure you got unlimited salad and breadsticks." So that should fill them up. So that'd be good.
right.
And I told her, I said, "Just make sure I told Nick, I said, tell everybody that comes, I said, we're not being cheeky about it, but we got that many people. Anybody wants to donate like $5 towards a tip, because they're going to help us out,
Yeah,
because that way they get a good tip too.
sure.
We come up with a couple $100 in a tip. I'd rather do that
Yep.
because they're gonna be working.
Well, that'll make a difference to the servers, how well you get taken care of too.
Oh yeah. And I told him today, I said, I said, "I need a sign." He said, "No, it's good." It went through. And I said, "Well, don't worry about me putting a tip on it today." I said, "We're gonna pay him, do tips in cash tomorrow." I said, "I'd rather do a tip to a server in cash."
Yep.
I said, I was a GM. I said, I was a GM at Pizza Hut, and I understand. And the guy, when he started pulling off, he had the receipt for the kitchen, the receipt for the catering part, the receipt for this and all of this. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "She was thinking we could come in and pay when we get here tomorrow." I said, "But you need to have this planned out." I said, "Because there was nobody walking in my restaurant telling me they needed 35 pizzas in an hour, because that wasn't going to happen,
Right.
not going to happen." And they started laughing. I said, "I get it in about 3 hours. I can get it done. But you got an hour of having to pull the dough out and having to prep the dough, and the dough has to sit in the prepper for another hour, all of this, because it has to rise
Right.
before you start working with it. Then you got about another hour of putting 40 pizzas together. 40 pizzas take about an hour to put together, if you got people know what they're doing. And then you got to cook it down. So it would have been about 3.5 hours.
This is the wedding celebration, or is this the
This is just the rehearsal dinner.
rehearsal dinner? Okay.
Everybody is in the wedding is coming over, the family members. And I think it's not going to be that many. So I said, how the hell we got 25 people? There ain't that many people in the wedding. Apparently, some of the family members are coming over and then they're going to just join. I don't think that ought to be that way. It ought to
No.
be the people in the wedding.
Well, it should be the people in the wedding, maybe a significant other. And it shouldn't be their kids and everybody else, that kind of thing.
No, it's only 2 kids involved tomorrow. And I think it's one of them is my granddaughter's going to be there.
Okay.
But there's no kids at the wedding. No kids are going to be at that wedding. They don't want it. We don't want kids at the wedding. We don't want any kids disrupting the wedding.
Now, are they having a wedding dinner afterwards?
It's going to be at the reception hall. We'll have a reception and food and everything else.
That's going to cost too.
Well, that's all in the wedding. That's all her dad paid all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, her dad paid like
Yeah, because you're right.
about
It's
$8,000.
it's usually
the bride.
the bride's responsibility. Yep.
Yeah, he came out with about $8,000 on this whole deal. So I'm doing good at $200.
Yeah.
Hey Dominic, I don't feel bad. I'll take 200. I'll take 200 every day. And the good news in all of this is I'm bitching about having to pay it right now because I'm waiting on all these people to commit. Right before she called me and told me about it, I get a call from North Shore. We're shooting our team photos on the 26th. So I got that team photo set ready to go. So that means I know I got money coming in a little bit. Infinity Gaming, who's that? That's that little small channel, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a little small channel. It's so small, he doesn't even have a camera.
Ah, look at that little guy.
How you doing, Vegemite?
Now that's which one is that? Which cat?
That's Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's new here, so I think she's just getting used to the.
Surroundings.
Yeah,
She's a good looking cat.
yeah.
Good looking cat. Now, when she sits there and starts swatting you on the head, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
What she wanted to get down on your lap?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, she's new
Yeah.
to this, so yeah.
Justin, are you still here? Are you eating dinner or what?
I was reading the chat. I was eating.
Okay.
I just got done making dinner.
What'd you make?
Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and fried corn.
Chicken.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Mm.
Yeah, I made mashed potatoes and fried corn.
All right.
And that's
That sounds really good.
Out there making everybody's plates. Mark, how's it going, man? Everybody else.
No, Mark, I haven't. I don't know who Dylan Young is, but I'll go try to find it.
Dylan Young, that sounds familiar.
Said he's
Mark says you
posting-
can't eat chicken. It's Ash Wednesday.
Right. Ain't for me. I don't believe in that crap. Eat what I want.
He'll eat what he wants when he wants, right? I gotta pitch some peanuts. Be right back.
hmm
Yes, Sarah, you and Aubrey both have a plate in the refrigerator waiting for you when you go. Heck, I gotta put some salt on this shit.
Yeah. Shame you don't have chicken salt over there.
Copper State Aerial. Tim's in there now. Everybody, quit talking about him. And my plan was I was going to run out to Olive Garden and about 2 miles away is where Johnny lives. I was going to run up there, but it was like going on 3 o'clock. And I thought about it. He's got his show tonight. So I said, nah, he's probably in the middle of all that, getting his stuff ready. So I didn't go bother him.
You know how I can tell I'm losing it? I let me out before we started the show. And so she was sitting out there staring at the door, and I forgot she was out there.
So you had to let her in, not let her out.
Yep.
She was good.
Oh, there goes Justin. Hey, Randy.
He mustn't have had Sarah's plate made. He had to go make it past.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim must be at work, is he?
He could be.
What time is it over there?
I'd be about 8:30.
8:30, probably. He
8:15,
probably
sorry.
start. I would imagine he starts about 8 o'clock, doesn't he?
I would have thought earlier than that.
Maybe 7. Okay.
And
David.
here comes David.
Hey, David.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What the hell are you?
Hmm.
Apparently, Zoom says I don't have an account anymore.
Oh no.
That kind of sucks.
Hmm.
What the hell? This shit. Oh my god. Right.
Huh?
Oh, I just got a lot of crap that's launched up on my page. Is like the hell.
Yeah.
All you have to do is sign into Facebook. Go. Thank you.
Ah, here we go.
There you go. I do exist.
6 a.m.
I wish Zoom would.
I am a real boy. I am a real boy.
No, I'm not.
Dylan Young. I'm not subscribed to him.
Oh,
He's,
There's
Go.
David.
I am now.
David looks
Yes.
like Laura.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it might be his kids. Yeah, it's basketball. Yeah, that's a parent shooting from the stands.
I see there's been another shooting in America
Yeah.
at the Super Bowl parade or near it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark. I got it. I was telling them that was because they got tired of being Swifties. They had enough of it.
Time for a swift exit.
Yep.
Well, as I said earlier, Taylor Swift is in Melbourne. So if you want to know where she is, try and we're going to be.
Yeah, you're going to be getting a letter in the post telling people where she is.
Yeah.
There's a listener's not going to be happy with that.
Well, isn't she's got a concert somebody. Where's she?
Here.
Oh, in
Melbourne
Australia?
Cricket Ground.
She actually is in Australia.
Yeah, she's in Melbourne.
Well,
But is
and
she
that
in
makes sense.
Melbourne, Australia, or is she in Melbourne, Essex, England?
No, Melbourne, Australia. At the Melbourne Cricket. Ow! No, ow!
Nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Chelmsford, we've got a Melbourne area or a housing estate, and it's got a cricket pitch. It's actually named after the Australian one, which is unusual because it's normally the other way around.
Yeah. Because our cricket area, we call it the MCC as well.
Yeah.
Not as probably famous as the Marylebone Cricket Club, but still pretty famous.
6 o'clock a.m. Okay, I got you, Tim. 6.
By the way,
6.
Paul, you rang me on Facebook.
Well, yeah, because you rang me.
That was days ago.
Well, you know, I just
I
got
just
the
went I went to answer it. You hung up, and I was like, "Oh, for God's sake, football's on. I'll ring you back later."
Yeah.
He is set to 76.
the
We've just gone, right? We went 8 games unbeaten. Then we lost nearly every game ever since, and now we've gone 3 games unbeaten again,
Oh, great.
and we're beating top teams.
Good.
It's really weird. We're playing crap against them teams at the bottom. Can't beat them fuckers. But these teams at
I
the
know
top,
that feeling.
yeah, these teams at the top move over.
Yeah. We did that last year. We were beating the top teams and losing to the bottom one. Yeah. It seems you steel yourself against the good teams,
Yeah.
and you really want to knock off the good teams, and that's why I think sometimes it happens.
Can't we just
Sometimes you
pretend
take the other ones
everyone's
for
top team?
granted too.
Yeah. I think
For the
that's
rest of the season, we just need to pretend that everyone's a good team now because we've only got the bottom teams left,
yeah.
apart from Leicester.
What?
Hey, Steve.
Go lay down.
Is that a genuine tower block on the left-hand side of you,
Yeah,
where the trees are? How many
Yeah.
bloody stories is that?
I think it's about 40 or something, 40 or 45.
And it's all glass.
Yes.
Oh, you could have some fun with a catapult with that.
Yeah.
Well, is it? Because from that picture, it looks distorted because it's all multicolors. Blue.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
it's
it was the way the sun was it was the way the sun was hitting
beam.
it.
Yeah, and it would be the skies.
'Cause It
different
almost
sky
looks
colours.
like, it almost looks like it was put in there afterwards.
I can assure you that is there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you won't have any obstacle avoidance up there.
I wonder how many birds go into that every day.
Yeah, I'd love to know that too, because I walk past there probably 5 days a week.
You ever see any
Makes you
birds
want-
laying out there? Or
No.
Makes you
I can
want to
see what
stand
you're
out in
like.
front of it.
because if the
dance.
birds flew into it, they'd knock their ass out and drop right straight down to the ground.
Mm. Yeah, exactly.
Could you imagine it hitting the top window and going all the way down?
Yeah.
If you look at it, the right way with the green and the angle and everything, makes
Yeah.
you want to stand out in front and sing, "We represent the Lollipop Guild," like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Now, I
Okay,
what
it
I
does.
want to.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
say
go in that-
at a specific
Yeah.
time of the day
Yeah.
you get there, it makes up some really weird colours.
Yeah, I need to go in that
Emerald
upper
City.
building, top floor, with a catapult. I could have
Yeah.
some serious fun with that.
Oh, Joel.
Well, I would imagine that that's a tall enough building almost for the what's the guys that do the skydiving off buildings and they pop
base
the
jumpers.
fly
Yeah,
around.
those are base jumpers.
Oh God!
And base jumping is extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Did you have to drag her in, Justin?
Yeah, you did.
She didn't have to come in.
Well, she came in with you. You left the door open, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hello, Rick.
Possibly.
Everybody.
Actually,
Well,
it was
you
the
base
window,
jump.
so she crawled in.
If you base jump, you don't need a parachute unless you want to do it twice.
Well, the problem with base jumping is you can get sucked right back into the wall again. That's what happens to a lot of them. They could jump over the side, they open their parachute, and then they slam right back into the side of the mountain and either get stuck hanging
we
up
had
there
a-
or
We had a guy that actually scaled the outside of a building just recently. Here,
Oh, we've had
he just
that.
walked
These
up a building.
freaking idiots.
Yeah,
You know,
There's a guy-
you know the shard.
yeah,
Yeah, you see how it's a triangle type building
Yeah.
and it goes to a very point. Somebody climbed that from the bottom to the top.
yeah. There's an American guy that actually posts videos of him doing that. And I watched one the other day, and he got to the top of the building. All the firefighters and police were at the top waiting for him. And he was
Yeah.
like, "All I ask you to do is just let me finish climbing. Don't try to grab me or anything." He goes, "Let me get to the top. I'll get over the rails. Then you can take me away." He was like, "But don't try to grab me early, otherwise I could slip and fall." Like the dude just wanted to complete his climbing. He didn't want anybody grabbing at him and causing an issue.
Yeah.
So he said, "As soon
Yeah,
as I get
similar
over
to
the
the one
rails, you
here.
can take me."
yeah.
He already knew
Pretty
he was
much
getting
like the one
arrested.
here. He just
They know that. They're going to get arrested for that. So
Yeah, he got to the very top, and then they arrested him.
Where
I'll
was
tell you
this at?
what, you get to the top and you miss your foot and you're fucking long way down.
that's one of the reasons why the guy was so adamant about them not touching him. He said, "I know what I'm doing. Just don't touch me. Let me get over the rails, and then you can take me away." Yeah, because like I said, he already knew he was getting arrested. He just didn't want
Yeah.
them fucking up and slipping and somebody
Yeah, it was
falling
a-
or something.
A French tourist a couple of weeks ago did it. Can't remember which building though.
Well, there's one major thing that people don't think about when they do shit like that is if a first responder gets hurt because of your actions being on that building,
Yeah,
some places
Yep.
you could get charged with involuntary manslaughter for that. You know, if one of them had to climb down and save you or something, and then they end up breaking the rope and falling and dying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine you're halfway up and somebody opens the window and knocks you off?
It's just like, it's just like over here. If you rob a store and says you're robbing the store and some guy pulls out a gun that has a legal permit and shoots back at the guy and one of the bullets happen to miss and hit and kill somebody else. Guess what? The guy that shot the gun ain't going to get in trouble. It's the guy that caused the action of the gun going off by coming in the store to rob it.
Ah,
He's the one that's going to get the murder charge.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for his actions, the guy wouldn't have had to pull his gun out.
Yeah.
It's just an example, but that's how it goes sometimes. They look at it as your actions as the one that caused the issue.
Mm.
What's up, Randy? Steve? Joel?
Justin.
Shut up. Dan?
God, I only said your name.
Laura's in a feisty mood tonight.
Like I said, I'm only going by past references here. I was defending myself before you said something.
Okay, it happened 2 weeks ago.
Oh my-
Two men, including a French travel blogger, have been arrested after the blogger scaled a 60-story building in Melbourne CBD. Police were called to the scene just before 7:30 a.m. after a man observed climbing the building at a Beckett Street without any safety equipment. The incident quickly gained attention from onlookers, with dozens stopping to watch the stunt. When asked why he performed the stunt, he told Nine News, "Because I can."
Mhm.
I left my phone at the top.
Yeah.
They won't let me back in.
They had a guy in Vegas last week, I think it was, that new sphere that climbed the sphere.
Mm.
That one that's all LED lights and all of this. It does all the different things. It costs like $1 gazillion to make.
Yeah,
And they arrested him.
That
Yeah,
was
they arrested him. They
expensive.
said it caused $50,000 worth of damage.
Yeah, it's all LED bulbs on the side of that thing. He probably broke some on his way up there.
Yeah, he said, I didn't damage any. He was
Well,
on
the thing
Fox the other night.
is him stepping on, even if those LEDs are covered, they could be covered by a
Right.
special glass, and by him putting his footprints on there, could have scratched the glass, damaged it, because that building's probably washed, a specific way by professional window washers, and you're probably not supposed to touch it or anything, and he went and walked up the side of it. People are idiots.
I got one question though. What kind of glass is this? Because they do have sandstorms out there, and that wouldn't look too good. It kind of scratch it up.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing like that. It could have been that, or he broke actual. I don't think the bulbs would be exposed, but I don't know.
You see what Mark put? When asked
Yeah.
why he did it, he said, "Because I'm scared of lifts."
Yeah.
They don't really have sandstorms that often.
The
I know
elevator broke.
when I lived in the desert, we would have like one bad sandstorm like every
Yeah.
few years. It wasn't very
I
often.
only had like 2 when I was at 29 Palms the whole
Yeah, it
time.
was.
And one of them was so bad, we saw it coming. And it was so bad, I went out to my car, all my window was pitted. My windshield.
Oh yeah, you'll see a wall of sand coming from miles away. Just
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was
we had one of
crazy.
those 40 years ago.
You had one,
Yeah.
Dominic?
Yep. Massive dust storm, exactly 2 weeks ago. 40
Oh,
years
that's
ago.
them.
Sorry, 41 years ago. It was 2 weeks before Ash Wednesday.
oh yeah, I've seen people's entire sides of their cars sandblasted from that shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Looked
That's
like
why
the movie
we're
Sahara.
because the wind always went the same direction where my dad lived at. And so
Mhm.
on the side of the house where the wind would always hit, he had like a big ass wall of oleanders. You know what oleanders are, the trees. And they went about 3-4 feet out from the house, and then they made a big U shape around the one side of the house. And I helped to protect the side of the house against like sand and different things like that when that kind of stuff would happen.
Mr. Jackson's at work
Hmm.
because it's Thursday morning there, right?
Correct?
I fucking burnt the shit out of my finger on the stove.
No,
Oh.
no.
Laura, get your
Oh.
drone batteries charged. You can use it on Saturday.
Yes.
That's gonna hurt later.
Where are we gonna go?
You can go around the kitchen.
Playing
Dave,
it right.
did you get your new printer yet?
Me, no. Still waiting.
Still waiting for the refund.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to message them tomorrow because if they don't, PayPal are gonna give me the money back anyway.
TJ, come on. I think TJ went flying today.
He
Yeah,
did.
he did.
He,
Come
flap-
on, tell us about it.
he flapped his little wings.
He flapped his little wings.
What is?
Uh,
Oh, hold on.
TJ, that's Laura playing a video game.
Well, I thought I'd come and chat to you while I'm playing it.
Oh, no, that's all right. I was just,
Mhm.
because TJ said, is Lance playing a video game? You got the L part right.
It's Laura.
Yeah.
DJ should have known who it was.
Actually, all that moving around stuff kind of makes you a little dizzy, doesn't it?
No.
Florida is backing first-degree felonies for people that do shoplifting.
Yeah.
Good.
Good luck
Yeah,
trying to
the-
enforce that in California.
They announced today there's 1,380 something attacks on shop workers a day in the UK
Yeah.
now, and they're losing £58 billion a year to shoplifting. It's just ridiculous.
They're going to put all that stuff back.
What? What are you doing, Laura? It doesn't look like you're doing anything.
Cleaning.
No,
I'll
it
tell you
just showed
what,
a guy.
put the controller
It just-
down. Just a minute, Joe. Put the controller
go
down, Laura, and start cleaning this place.
No.
Worth a try.
He's giving you a real challenge, Laura.
Yeah,
It
go on,
just,
say,
it
Joe.
just showed a guy at a phone store in California walk in, just one guy, right? And he's about Tim size. Okay. He's not a big guy. Comes walking in, and he's got a hoodie on, and he's got sweatpants on. Sweatpants are down around his waist, and he's pulling the phones off, ripping them and dropping them down in his pants. And everybody's just standing there watching him, and he rips about 20 phones off, walks out the store right past a police car. I said, somebody need to knock him out.
Do you want to know why they don't go and chase him? One, most
Because
of them,
California.
most of them will be disabled and dummy phones, or those that actually work, they're stuck in shop mode, and some of them will have tracking devices on. He'll wherever he goes with them, they'll follow him. They don't have to chase him. They'll just lead
I
them
don't
to.
care. You break something so you can't do it again. Break his head.
Yeah, we had one in Birmingham. They raided this shop and they they took all these phones that they thought were the real phones and left. They actually left all the real phones and took all the dummy phones.
Was funny.
And the shopkeepers are just stood there looking at him, going, "Yeah, carry on."
What gets me, he walks right past a police car.
Yeah, but donuts were on offer. Police were busy.
Not the UK.
American police eat donuts as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that whole thing I think came from wasn't it like donut shops were open real late back in the day, and that's where a lot of cops would hang out.
Well, the
That's
thing of
where
it
that
is,
whole
there was a period
thing
of
came
time,
from.
if you were a police officer in a uniform, you didn't pay for any food anywhere.
Well, no, I'm saying,
you
but
pay?
that was where that whole joke came from of police officers eating donuts, is because back in
Oh,
like a long, long time ago, that was like the only places that were open super late. So the cops would hang out at the donut shops, to get coffee and donuts and something to eat in the middle of the night. Is what
yeah,
I'm
Justin,
saying.
he stops at PJ's Coffee and gets breakfast sometimes, and they know he's a cop. Even when he's not in uniform, they know he's a cop, and they only charge him like half price, 50%. And his mama was with him the other day, and he walked in. His mama ordered food too, and they walked in together. And he was talking to her. She said, "It's my mom." They gave her 50% off.
All right.
Go,
All right.
go.
I thought, did he get his tablets yet tonight?
That's the other one. That's Tino trying to get something.
Oh,
He'll
okay.
get. I'm gonna wait till 6 o'clock to give Loki his. But I'm gonna tell you, he's standing here looking at me, and he's okay. He's not all excited, and it's been yesterday morning before I gave him the first one when he had his last seizure.
I don't get that.
No.
He says, okay, so Max said DJI sucks. And Vic said, grow the fuck up. I don't use that kind of language. Is suck worse than fuck? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense. I was talking about Bortle Farts live stream. I was just watching it.
Yeah.
Where he flipped out on him. I don't get how what he said is any better.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Welcome to YouTube drama.
Yep. We have to have a new drama.
Not YouTube out of drama.
Yeah, we always have to have drama.
I wish you'd stop causing it.
Did you guys watch the news story with Mikey in it?
Yep, I did.
Drone Philly Drone Life?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they did a
I
news
watched
story.
the stream, and then someone sent me the link that was on YouTube.
Who did a
If
news
you
story?
If you just go to YouTube and put in Channel 6 Philly Drone Life, the news story
Yeah.
will pop up. It was from yesterday.
They're
Channel
trying to
6 in
get
his
the
area.
FAA to enforce it.
Like, apparently they're still getting that ready to prosecute him over it.
It's still open.
And apparently they've been watching all his other stuff too.
Hmm.
Because what made me watch that was I peeked in on Sean's live and heard what he was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
And,
I haven't had a chance to watch Sean's because it went on
So-
just before I woke up and I didn't have enough time to watch it, but I'm going to watch it later.
So I went and looked up the news story and watched it.
Yeah, I watched the news story. Yeah, I found that on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'll have to have a look shortly.
All I did was
So
put
did
in
Philly
Channel
talk about it
6.
last night?
His live stream ain't there if he did, because I went to go look at his live stream and it's not showing it's there. So he must have.
Because it was on last night, I saw it, but
Yeah, I
I
watched
was
it
seeing
last
today.
night.
Yeah, he must have
Must have
Must
pulled
have
it
done
in.
deleted it or privatized it because it's not there now. I went to go watch that after Sean's and it was gone. I couldn't find it. It was showing his last one was from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
They probably yanked it.
it's been taken off because I
Yeah.
watched it. I watched it yesterday afternoon, so he must have just taken it off.
All right, give me a second here. I'll send you the link in the messenger team.
Yeah,
What site are you on?
Channel 6's site.
I just went to.
Federal government says it's illegal. Action News
Oh,
reports.
make it bigger with the little box at the bottom.
Philadelphia tonight.
His YouTube videos flying drones around Philadelphia have thousands of views. But according to the FAA, these videos Michael DiCursio makes where he flies close to buildings and crashes into himself aren't harmless entertainment. They're dangerous.
Videos that are edited. And as everybody knows, anything can happen in edited video.
DiCursio, who's known on YouTube as Philly Drone Life, says he started flying as a way to get healthier and make people laugh.
So I was bought a drone to get myself out of the house, and it worked.
Now he's up against the U.S. Attorney's Office, which filed a civil suit against him with penalties adding up to nearly $200,000.
You look into a person, find out they have nothing. So let's throw the book at them. 182 grand. Let's do it.
In a 15-page civil suit, the federal government since 2019, DiCursio has broken several
He's a
rules
showman.
at night,
Yeah.
in weather, too close to buildings and people, and too close to the airport.
Hurting people with it and trying to get in the airspace. Why would I do that? Why would I risk my life and people on a plane? It's just stupid.
There are two types of people who can fly drones. Those who have a commercial license, like we do at 6ABC to fly Drone 6, and those who do it as a hobby, but took a safety test like DiCursio did. Now, there are different rules for each type of pilot, but there is one big overlap, and that is flying safely.
This couldn't hurt. It couldn't kill you.
DiCursio says he's never broken any rules or flies dangerously, but the government disagrees.
Now imagine that you're on welfare, you have nothing, you live in your mother's home. Now what's going to happen? You see, that's the part that everybody needs to understand. I have nothing.
In South Philadelphia, I'm Becca Hendrickson for Action News at 10 on PHL 17.
More drama. More drama.
Drama?
Yep.
Yeah, drama. More drama.
Hey, Chuck.
What did I miss? What drama?
Right.
Hey, what drama did I miss?
Yeah,
Always
Philly
drama.
Drone Life. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get.
They're after him
yeah.
again.
Well,
You
he
mean-
made a perfectly fuck up good example of what not to do when you're a drone pilot.
Everybody
And
knew
it's-
that was coming.
Well, these are very volatile times. So this is a way to reinforce why our remote ID exists, which really doesn't help anybody, but
Well,
it exists. And
If Chuck remembers, Mikey's the one that chased the train, and they
Yeah,
got
I
in
know
trouble
it's a
for it,
great-
right?
and that was a great video, but
Yeah.
like you gotta like there are rules. The rules are stupid sometimes, but like
Yes.
and I know that we're all guilty of sometimes making an executive decision to be like, okay, the rules say I shouldn't be doing this, but my gut tells me there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do this. So you just do it. And that could be speeding on the highway, it could be going through a red light that doesn't change for 5 minutes, shit like that. So like
Yeah.
I mean, right? And then flying a drone is no exception. You might find a time. I had a moment where it's like, there was a sign that said, no drones. And I'm like, okay, I must evaluate said sign. Is this really a no drone zone or is this somebody just hoping I won't fly there? So you have to make an intelligent decision and decide what you want to do.
Or did somebody
Anyway,
just...
but he
I agree with that, Al.
What?
he did some crazy, he did some stuff that was very, well, not responsible. And
Well, the thing is he's actively posted videos of him breaking the rules. He just posted a video like 3-4 weeks ago that he was way over 400 feet, and
Oh, yeah.
and he tried to blur out the height he was at. But when me and
You can
Corey and a
tell,
bunch of
you can
people were
tell.
counting it, he
Yeah,
was
I remember
way
that.
over.
You
but that's the
blurred
thing
out
is like,
you blurred out the details.
right, but
You
what I'm
can
saying is,
tell when somebody, you can so tell when it's over 400 feet above ground level. I mean, when it looks like a Google satellite picture, it's like over 400 feet. I mean, like, it's not rocket science. So I
well,
don't
they
know. I mean,
need
like,
to, Al. He needs to be knocked on too. This stupid ass shit he does.
Well,
there's a lot of people.
Mikey had a bit of a dig in the stream that was taken down. Had a bit of a dig at Ken Heron and had a dig at a few other pilots too.
Like I've said
I
before,
think that's why I took it down.
Mikey seems like a cool guy or whatever, but he's just super
Seems like a nice
irresponsible when
guy.
it comes to drones.
Yeah.
And
he's
I'm sorry,
very
but if you
nice
keep
guy.
there's ways
Yeah,
to fight.
he's poking the bear.
There's ways to
Yeah.
fight the
Poking
government,
bear.
but if you,
Yeah.
one thing the government does
Poking
not
bear,
like
good
is being backed in a corner. And
Oh, they're gonna come out
Well,
fighting this.
sometimes
They're
the
gonna-
government tries to make up their own rules to the game.
the thing, well, yeah, but the thing is you also got to remember federal prosecutors have a 96% conviction rate. So your
'Cause if you-
chances of winning are slim to none.
Because if you remember Wezenbig's case in Lake George, they were just making up stuff.
Right, but there's a difference between being prosecuted locally or at a state
Yeah,
level.
that's
Yeah,
that's
this
like
is the
that's
FAA.
like
This
different.
is government level.
States
I
have like
actually-
a 45% conviction rate where
Well-
federal has almost a 96-97%.
Yeah,
Go for
Yeah,
check.
you know, if it's only local,
What for me?
you go local, then you go
Mhm.
then you go local, then state, then federal. If the feds are after you now,
Well-
that's where the shit's really gonna happen.
What was for me? What, Andrew?
You were saying something.
Oh, I'm always saying something. I gotta learn to shut up and let other people talk, honestly.
Yeah,
I
Chuck, you're right,
seriously-
though. You're right, though. My mom had a rule. She always used to say, at dessert, only eat one piece of cake, and I didn't listen to her. And when I hit 296 pounds, I started to.
Good
yeah,
point.
well,
Good point, Joe.
well, it's similar, yeah. But I mean, some rules are meant to be broken and some aren't. And
Yes.
like the
Well,
rule
I
of
don't
thirds. When
I don't necessarily think rules are you break rules, but you can bend them a lot.
Tim
can
Jackson.
find
That's the breaking
ways.
point.
Yes. Like flying in a park. You can't take off or land on the park's property, but you can
Hmm.
if you can be in a safe, visible distance from the thing you want to fly at a park, and you can happen to get up and down off their property. God help you if your drone has some problem and it lands on
Yeah.
whether voluntarily or involuntary, you're screwed. I mean, in theory, you can bend the rules and you can get shots that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not easy. I've given up so many times. Like I wanted to fly to Canic Falls in New York in January, and I couldn't do it because I couldn't find a place where I could get close enough, be off park property to get the shot, be able to see the drone and get the shot and get it back safely. So the shot never happened.
That's difficult with that terrain.
Hmm.
Because you have trees and stuff. You can't you got to be able to see the damn drone. The minute you drop down over the trees to get in over the falls, now you lost visual line of sight and you have just broken the rules. And now you're
Pine trees, evergreens, oaks, maples, you name it.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, you name it, it's all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey, he's a fun guy. I've talked to him, but it's
I have to
And
get
just
with
Once
Mikey.
he gets into that Philly,
Mike,
I should
once
have
he
got
gets
into
the
RC
Philly
cars.
character,
I have to give it
Yeah.
to Mikey. He knows his drones.
well, yeah. I mean, I've seen him. I saw him
but
get
he
one
knows how
back.
to entertain the audience. That's the thing.
I saw him land one on like 2% battery. Like he knew exactly how far he could go, and he got it back. It was amazing. But
He said, yeah,
he
guys,
was
I'm
just
down 2%. I was thinking about
better be
dying here.
lucky.
Almost
Yeah, but I
died
mean, when
here.
you're
Laura,
Yeah,
are you
yeah, but
designing something?
I was.
Yeah,
But
the
she's
thing
she's
is,
designing new form of toilet paper.
Hmm.
it's a house.
The toilet paper
Remodel.
looks like fingers.
It's a house remodel game.
uh,
Right, Laura?
no,
It's a pile of crap.
No.
David.
Mm.
David's
2
what's
one.
years
this?
of Mardi Gras collector
Let's-
calls. The
let's-
last 2 years I didn't
Oh,
have.
there you go. Are
That's
they
from the
gonna have?
Chaos Parade. Yeah, this is from
Well,
Chaos. That
So Mardi Gras,
last
Mardi
Thursday
Gras
night.
ended yesterday, right? Because today's
Yeah.
Fat Tuesday.
Because it was Fat Tuesday was yesterday. Now today is
Yeah.
Ash Wednesday. Today's
Ash
Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday.
Did you
We
say
call it-
Fat Tuesday?
Yes.
Fat
The
Tuesday.
hell?
Yeah.
It's called
The
Fat
fuck
Tuesday.
is Fat
Fat
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Mardi
Last day
You
Gras.
before
never heard
lunch.
the phrase Fat Tuesday?
I've
It's
never
Mardi
heard that
Gras,
before.
Fat Tuesday.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
Mardi
last-
is Tuesday.
explain-
Gras is fat.
Let me
Right.
explain
Mardi
it
Gras
to
is
let,
Fat Tuesday.
Go
right.
ahead,
Let,
David.
let me explain it to Justin in a simple terms. Fat Tuesday is a day dedicated to me.
It's Pig Out Day. It is
Fat
the
Tuesday here.
feast.
Uh,
The
Fat
last
Tu-
chance.
We call it Pancake Tuesday or Shrove Tuesday.
Or if they sell Jif Lemon in your
Uh,
country, it's Jif Lemon Day.
Yeah.
What was that? What was
Dominic,
that movie? Like 40 Days and 40 Nights. It was when like the one guy promised he wouldn't have sex for 40 days or something. And
40-year-old
I-
virgin? No.
no, that's
No.
that's a fun. That's Steve
That's-
Carell.
that's a
that
funny
was a
movie.
dating. That was a date. That was a romantic movie.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah,
romance.
romantic comedy.
Yeah,
Wasn't
comedy.
it 40 Days or something? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, 40 days and 40 nights is when Jesus went into the wilderness and got high somewhere, I think.
I
Hi,
don't know.
Steve Carpenter.
That's
He didn't get high. But
Steve.
No, he had to
You
go
don't
with
know
it
what he did while he was out there.
because he was like a man whore, and so they bet him that he couldn't go without sex for 40 days and 40 nights.
I don't know. It's so nice. to
we're not
stack
talking
your
about
lap.
Jesus, right?
No,
Don't talk about Jesus that way.
No, we're
No,
talking
that was
about
the
his mother.
premise.
We're
That
talking
was the
about
premise
his
of the
mother.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe, we're talking about his mother.
But he gets like a weekend and he starts
No, we're
having the
not.
sweats and shit. He's like, oh. Dude starts having like withdrawals and shit after like a week.
I tell you what, anyone that can give up anything for 40 days and 40 nights,
Ooh.
you're supposed to give
Tim-
up smoking.
I don't
David,
want to know. You don't need to repeat that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give.
We don't
I'm
need
gonna
to
give
know, Tim.
the following drone rules for 40 days.
David, did you see what Tim put in the
in the
chat?
spirit, in the
Don't
spirit
need
of
to know
Philly
that.
drone life. I'm kidding. I'm
What
not
did Tim put in chat?
About
I
sex?
don't want to know.
No, I don't want to know. Too much
Don't
information.
want to know.
Well, that's just Jesus taking it to the extreme, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into religion or politics on
No,
here.
we call
It's
we call,
not about
Religion and
religion or
politics.
Sex.
we're not talking about the real Jesus. We're talking about Tim.
Religion,
Yeah,
we
politics,
call
and
Tim
sex.
Jesus.
No.
We could do the
Oh.
politics of religion or the religion of politics. And knock
Religion of
two
politics.
things out in one go.
Yeah.
Al said,
yeah.
Tim, go get a hooker.
Yeah, Australian Jesus, he drinks for 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah, Al, I'd be paying for it at that point, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, because when I got my bachelor degree, there was a guy that was also going for his degree, but he had long hair like Tim and also had a nice beard just like Jesus. So everybody was calling him Jesus.
Anyway, let's go
So
off
when
this
he did-
subject a minute.
Yeah, where else can we go? Where
Right.
else can we go?
Let's-
Actually, I'm almost.
Let's go and insult the
Let's start
Welsh.
talking politics then.
No,
Go
let's
on,
go and insult the Welsh.
I don't
In
think that's
2
a good
weeks' time, it's St. David's Day. Don't
Yeah.
forget, you have to send me all you have to send me a present. Right?
No, you don't.
I'm St. David. Send me a present.
No.
No, but it's St. David's Day. And it's the patron saint of Wales and the daffodil. And this
I
year,
can understand Daffy's.
yeah, but this year,
Daffodil.
the daffodils are running late. They've not
Correct,
materialized this year. There's not going to be enough daffodils for St. David's Day or Mother's Day by this rate.
That's probably why I never heard of Fat Tuesday, Mark, because I'm not Catholic.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I'm not religious by any
Bit of,
means.
like, Mardi Gras is a celebration there where they just
Whoa,
party
whoa,
and-
whoa, whoa. I'm not a
That's-
religious person, but I've heard of butter pie. Butter pie.
What are you talking about?
Heard of Butterface. I've
Come
heard
on.
of butter pie, but
Whoa,
never
whoa, whoa.
Butterface.
No one's ever. You talk about religion and you don't know what a butter pie is.
It's only a
Hmm.
northern thing, David.
No, it's not. It's a Catholic pie.
A northern thing.
No, it was made
Never heard
because you're
of
not
people-
supposed to eat meat on a Friday.
Yeah.
So they
But I-
made a vegetarian butter pie. Potato,
Oh.
butter, onion.
To me, it's called Fish Fridays.
Tim, your arthritis medication must be free then.
Yeah. Yeah, no
Oh,
fish
Lord,
on Friday.
here, let's see.
No,
During the week.
my household it was Fish Fridays.
That's the
Mark-
old. This is a
Sorry, it's all
tradition
Fish
because of the
Friday, I meant to
chippies.
say. It's
Is-
Friday is fish and chips day. Sorry.
Yes, but
Fish and chips day.
but fish and chip day was only created by the chippies to sell more chips.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a good day.
Ash Wednesday as well. No meat.
I was born on Ash
Yes.
Wednesday.
All right. I want David and Laura. You guys are more familiar with your turf than I'll ever be. How is the weather in Ireland in October?
October.
Same as it is in the UK, in England.
No. You're wrong. It is a little bit stormier in Ireland because the storms tend to go up at an angle. So they sort of hit Ireland and then go across Scotland at that time of year.
Okay.
So is it a workable time to visit or not?
Not if you want to fly a drone.
Wait, the peanut butter pie song. What the hell is it?
Ooh.
Oh, we
Mini
got no
drone or
sound.
just like a mini drone.
There's no
Oh.
sound, Paul. Whoever's sharing this, there's no.
Wait,
Sorry, I interrupted somebody else. You got to talk about some other stuff. I see that.
You need to take this off and reshare it with sound.
Hate you.
Paul, is this you, Sharon?
I'll bring Mavic.
Jeez.
I'll bring Mavic
Paul's
3 with me
muted.
that can cut through 40-mile-an-hour wind and hopefully get the job
Chuck,
done.
are you sharing this?
Chuck,
Oh,
inbox me your questions about Ireland.
oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll look.
Just so you're aware as well, Ireland's very windy because of all the Guinness they drink.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Different kind of win.
we've been. It's weird though because we've been so lucky. We've gone during half term 2 years in a row.
Are you going late October or early October?
No, I'll be late. Not as late as we normally go, but late, past mid.
I think you might be all right this year because I think the storms are.
Storms
see.
have been the beginning of this year so far.
So you mean
I,
like
What is the cat doing to your chair?
I'm just using it as a scratching pad.
That's why it's so tore up. That's why you have that tore patch on that. All right.
so that's why Dominic has an old chair.
But yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
fine. Chuck, it'll be fine. You have a
Well,
good.
we're good. We'll take our chances, but I think
And are you going Southern Ireland or Northern Ireland? Or both?
southern,
North.
probably southern.
North.
You should.
Why north?
You should try and get to both.
Because most people go south.
Yeah, you got to go
Some
to
people
Belfast.
should go north.
But like
Belfast. is such a
Dingle and all
beautiful
that
place.
stuff Dingle looks pretty awesome, and
No, you've got two different cultures, North and South.
Yeah.
You have to at least experience one of them for one
I
day,
don't know. It depends
if you
on
can. If you can.
depends on timing, David. We'll see how it
Yeah.
goes.
It's not. It can't be that
Uh,
far.
Chuck, just rent the correct size car and put the correct
Yeah.
gas in the car.
Yeah.
Well, there's a problem. We don't
Belfast
put.
to Dublin can't be that
I've
far.
seen
Because
YouTubers put gas in a diesel vehicle and it doesn't end well. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and you don't put gas in a car either. We put petrol.
Oh, really? It's like
Yeah,
there was
petrol.
a YouTuber. There's a really good YouTuber travel channel that Lori and I watch. Well, we used to watch. They haven't done much lately. They've done some stuff, but yeah, they did that and they filmed
Yeah.
it all. It's kind of hilarious.
Just so you're aware, Chuck, do not go into a petrol station and say fill it up with gas, because you may not like the outcome.
I always self-serve.
It's petrol.
It is self-serve. You pump yourself.
Not always in Ireland. Ireland still
Yeah.
have the service where they come out and serve you.
Oh,
I like
Not
Iceland.
always.
oh, it was Scotland, I'm
Iceland
thinking of.
is-
Oh,
Yeah,
Scotland is
Scotland,
definitely self-serve.
I juiced up
Yeah.
my own vehicle in
Most
Scotland
places
every
in
time.
Scotland are pay at pump as well.
Yeah, I paid a pump
Yeah.
in Scotland. Right after
That's
sometimes
something
I
that's
put, like,
starting here, pay at the pump.
So when they come out to do your gas, you just say fill her up, right?
nope.
In some places, yeah.
I did self-serve. I did
Like-
self-serve throughout Scotland. I never had full serve in Scotland.
Like if you go to New Jersey, then they fill your car up. It's one of their laws.
Yeah. But if
Well,
you
that's
go
New
in,
Jersey, yeah.
yeah. So the rule is if you go into the petrol station and as you go in, you hear the ding ding, you know they're going to come and serve you. If you go
Ding,
in and there's
ding.
no sound,
Haven't heard that in years.
yeah,
I know
you'll know what I mean.
it's been a minute for me too, Dom.
A good 30 years, I reckon.
30 years,
would
yeah,
say
or
so.
more.
At least
You drove
30.
over the compressed air line that like triggered the little bell.
Yeah.
I would think
Yeah.
I would think all of the stations around here stopped with a little dinging in the service like about
I think-
1975.
The last place I've run into full serve as a requirement was
Correct,
Oregon, and
Mark.
that
That's what happens
Oregon
here.
was like 2019-ish. I think they've changed their laws since then. I
Right.
think COVID
So,
might have helped them change it, but
right.
these
So
people,
just so you're aware, Mark's put it in the chat as well. If you
Okay,
say
good.
fill it up with gas, you're going to get LPG, right? You're going to turn your car on and you're either going to fly out of that petrol station or you're going to explode.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, the
no
sad part
PG.
about it is that's a nice theory, but you can't put LGP gas into a filler cap of a car.
Not an
You
internal
have to have
combustion
a
vehicle, right?
connection to hook it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Different
right. Well, you
connection.
gotta have the right fitting, man.
Oh, you've never seen the Irish work. They can do everything.
Now it's
Well,
just
why didn't you
No,
just ask
seriously,
me?
they can do anything and
I'm not gonna need
everything.
any of those.
you're making
You
shit
coulda
up
just
now. I don't
asked and I
buy
would've
that.
told you yes.
What, Justin?
I think Justin's arguing with someone.
Yeah, he's arguing with someone.
Yeah.
You coulda
No.
just
All right, I'm gonna
Hold
drop
on.
off. I see the Valentine's Day
I'd rather
girl
be
is
gone
coming
from
now,
the
so
house.
I'm gonna drop
Okay,
off.
see you,
I'll
Chuck.
Okay.
guys-
Catch you later,
Hi,
Chuck.
Chuck.
get you guys later. Happy Valentine's Day, you
Happy
guys.
Valentine's Day. Tell Lori we said Happy Valentine's Day.
I will. She's almost to the truck.
I wonder who we had to run over to get there.
Mhm. Hmm. Now pay at the pump is now starting to happen here as well.
There's some stations in the US where it's not pay at the pump because they have the old kind of pump.
Yeah. But at the same time, they want you to go into the store
Buy some
because at the
snacks. yeah.
store they want you to buy, potato chips, or they want you to buy
Sodas
lattes
or coffee or yeah.
coffee, drinks,
'Cause
food. Yeah. So they want to.
that or there's some they have pay at the pump, but the pay part, well, the credit thing is broken.
Mm.
Like it won't accept your credit card.
You got that right, Mark.
Just so
Invented-
you're aware as well, if you're over here, when you pay at the pump, they ask you to put your card in straight away.
Yeah.
Right first.
Then they want a code.
And then what they do is when you put your card in, they instantly take £120 out your account.
No, not here.
Pre-authorized.
First thing
Yeah,
here.
but then they put it
David,
back.
First thing here, David, is you put your card into the pump, and then it says, "Okay, enter your passcode."
It just pulls out what you use. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
But over here,
pre-authorize the amount.
yeah, but over here, to stop people bilking and using different methods, they actually charge it £120 and then they put it straight back. If you don't have that money in your account, you ain't filling up. It's stupid, but it's the way
Yeah,
they do it.
because if you only have like 20 pounds and that's your gas for the week, that doesn't make any sense why they would do that.
Yeah, then you
That's
pay.
kind of dumb.
then you opt for paying the petrol station.
Yeah,
And
you just
go
walk
when
in
the
and pay.
petrol station's closed.
Yeah, because we've got 24-hour petrol stations,
So we.
and that's how they do it. You're pre-authorized after a certain time.
I think we have some, don't we, Justin?
What?
I think we have some 24-hour gas stations.
Oh, you will have.
Oh yeah, there's 24-hour gas stations. A lot of the 7-Elevens and Circle K's are 24 hours.
So I know certain mobile gas stations are not 24-hour.
Usually mom and pop gas stations are the ones that are at 24 hours. It's the big
Yeah.
chain ones.
And they're very rare these days.
Like there's 3 gas stations down the road from my house, all on the same road, and 2 of them are mom and pop, and one's a 7-Eleven. And the 7-Eleven's the only one open in the middle of the night. The other 2 close down at like 8 or 9, or I think 9 o'clock or 10, maybe somewhere around there. They both shut down.
Is there a Buc-ee's down by you, Justin?
I want to say they built one about an hour away because Sarah said that her and her friend wanted to go to, her and Laura, her friend Laura that lives here, wanted to go to Buc-ee, make a trip to Buc-ee's. And I think it was like an hour, hour and a half from the house. But Laura wanted to go there real bad and asked Sarah if she wanted to go one day. So they made,
Hi, Laura.
they're going to make plans to go.
Have fun. Yeah, you
What
can
are you
take-
talking about,
take
David?
my- Justin, tell Sarah she can take my Laura as well.
No.
Oh, I'm sure she would.
Yeah, that's correct, Mark. Same here.
David,
They
don't you
basically have
the,
they
snooze-
basically have night mode.
Yeah, though there's some of the stations that close at night that you can still go up and use your card at the pumps.
Yeah, you can only pay by
Yeah.
card
And they give
Right.
you.
after 11 p.m. here.
And the pump gives you a receipt, yeah.
Now I
Yeah.
have seen, but rarely, I have seen pumps that actually take money. They actually have a bill feeder on them, but it's very
They
rare
are
that you see
definitely
those.
very rare.
I have
I've
not
only seen a
seen-
couple of them in my day.
I have not seen many pumps that actually take cash.
No,
Yeah,
I've
never-
only seen
never-
I've only
never
seen
seen
2
that
or
here.
3 in the last like 10 years.
They're
that
normally
I've
in
seen them.
rural areas over here.
Yeah, well, I don't go to rural areas that often.
See, one of them was in North Carolina because it was a drive-through gas
Dominic,
station,
everything's rural in Australia.
and you could pay
Your
cash or
nearest
card at the
neighbour's
pumps.
24 miles away.
The rural gas stations I've seen are not pay at the pump, pay in the store.
Most rural
Yeah.
gas stations are small mom and pop operations. Usually they have really old shitty pumps.
Yeah,
Well,
They're
because there was
usually not up to
one.
date.
Yeah, the difference is, Andrew, they're not big chains, like they're not a Marathon station, or they're not a Texaco station, or they're not a Shell station.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
Shell.
usually
Yeah,
little
we got
mom and
Shell.
pop
Joe's
stores.
mom and pop, you know?
We got Shell, BP, what are the other ones? Woolworths and what's the
Oh, there's so many
OTR.
fucking gas station companies over here.
Yeah, OTR's the new one.
You got Wawa,
Okay.
Buc-ee's, you got
It's like
about,
a 7-Eleven though, OTR.
you got about 20 different truck stop chains. I mean, there's so many.
Because in the South there's a chain called Sheets with a Z.
Dude, I can take you down one road and there'd be 3 or 4 gas stations within a mile.
I pass
I mean, they're everywhere. Gas stations
yeah,
are
I
so
passed
prevalent.
4 gas stations on the way home.
That's why I said if they had
Petrol
the
station, yeah.
electrical infrastructure to support electric vehicles, they already technically have the gas station, so it'd be nothing but switching out pumps for electrical switches or plugs.
Yeah, they
Well,
haven't
but
they haven't
they-
bothered
but,
here.
Like
The
I
only
said,
time
the,
you get
That
the only
is
time you
an
get
odd
charging
name.
stations is at the supermarket.
A pocky
place
shop is a
to say.
strange name for a mom and pop
Oh.
shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ampol. I haven't seen
yeah,
Freedom.
BP's
that
all
often.
over the place. That's a big company. That's British
We've
Petroleum.
got APCO here as well, but
There's
APCO is
B-
further out.
There's
they're in
BP's all over the
smaller.
US.
Oh yeah, BP's into New York, across the Southeast into Texas.
Yeah.
particularly Texas,
What else?
because
was
just
the
off
other one? I
Texas
can't think of the name
is
of it.
the oil rig.
Yeah, British Petroleum does a lot of business in the US.
They got oil
Yeah.
rigs off all the states down here, like except for Florida.
Yeah,
Florida
we
don't want them off the rigs.
BP is probably the closest for me.
What's that,
They were
Joe?
So they got oil rigs off Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. The only places in that panhandle of Florida, all the way around. Florida fights to put oil rigs out there. They don't want them out there.
Granted.
You mean they fight against putting them out there?
Yeah, fighting against them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
Well, especially after
we
that
don't
big
have that many,
BP
Mark. We
disaster
usually have the Indians run
in
them.
the Gulf too. Like,
Yeah,
that
which
kinda
which
put a lot of-
which was it? Which oil rig was the big
BP.
one? Like
that was
10 years-
BP.
BP?
Yeah, that was the one in the Gulf that fucking was spewing oil for like 6 months, and
Yeah.
it took them to fucking
Yep.
figure out how to plug it.
It had the blowout preventer that went.
Yeah, it took like it took a long ass time for them to finally get that plug. That shit was just dumping oil in the ocean.
Because that was the one they did the movie on.
Mm.
And my
Would-
that was a
nephew
good
was
movie.
catering food for him.
Just want to say, we're denying all
his
knowledge of it.
restaurant.
Yeah.
What's that, David?
We're denying all knowledge of it.
Mm.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Exxon. Well, they hadn't been around for ages.
Oh, Exxon's still going.
Oh, okay. We haven't seen it here.
They're more European now, I think.
Yeah. We've got Puma. That's another one. But you don't see it that often. What's the other one? No, I can't think of it. There's another one near me. I can't seem to think of. I don't go there that often. That's probably why.
I got a shell about a mile from the house.
I've got four. As I said, I've got four in the space of about 6 miles.
We got thousands of shells, but they're all on the beach. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Well, it worked.
Here comes Donald.
Done.
Hey guys.
Hey, Don, how's it
Evening,
going?
sir.
Oh, you said Sack Losers got Valentine's Day planned out?
Oh, I forgot what his name is now. Who was it?
No,
What's
I
his-
got that again.
Tim
Oh,
Jackson, that was the Exxon Valdez.
Yeah, the Exxon Valdez, yeah.
That's it, Sockeye. Hi, Sockeye. I mean, Donald.
And you got the name of the puppet wrong. It's Fish Eye.
I know. I
That's
do it on purpose.
David.
Did you see my stream last night? Laura was pecking my head, and Donald's name just completely went out of my head.
She asked him one question. Who's on the panel? And he says nobody. Well, just Donald and Justin. And actually, before that, it was you were talking and you couldn't think of my name. That was the first time you pissed me off.
Yeah. In my defense, I was trying to find Berlin.
Yeah.
I was helping him too.
Did you find it?
I'm sure Donald was trying to help you.
He was, but then Laura started talking, and that was it.
And that's why David was
everyone just
confused.
went, "Woof, woof."
So in
Trying to
essence,
help
what you're doing is you're blaming Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blames me.
I was trying to help David, and he got me confused with Siri, and he couldn't get the right name in his head.
Think of it, put it this way, Donald. I wake up in the morning, I look at Laura, and I'm like, who are you? Oh, yeah.
David, you wake up in the morning, ask, whose bed is this? And who am I?
Yeah. I roll over, I'm like, what you doing in my... Oh, yeah. Forgot about you.
The sad
And I
part.
wake up and I think, this is not my beautiful house. And I think, this is not my beautiful wife. Sorry.
Not like Nicolas Cage.
Days go by, water flowing underground.
Oh, what a song!
Yeah, another
Great.
great song.
Not heard that in years.
Yeah.
I need to go down and watch my copy of True Stories.
What is it on DVD?
Yeah, True Stories is a movie that David Byrne came out with in collaboration with the soundtrack to the movie.
Hmm.
David Byrne, I'm a big
Yeah.
huge.
Oh,
and I'm not,
David Byrne, yeah.
I don't agree on politics, but as far as a creative guy, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, Mark, it is.
Yeah.
So what'd you do for the missus for Valentine's?
Who, me?
Yes, you, Don.
She hasn't gotten home yet.
No, okay.
So you have a plan, or
Yeah, he's
Or you winging
got
it?
he's got to
Yeah.
wrap it first.
I got her box full of candy over on the table, and I've got a card that says "I hate cards, but I love you." Um, and we're gonna have salad for dinner, like an Asian salad, because neither of us want to go out, and neither of us are really hungry. And on the bottom of the card it says, "P.S. There's ice cream in the freezer. I got some bunny tracks ice cream, some blue bunny."
That's good ice cream.
Or you
I've
do
heard-
what I do. I go, Laura goes, what you get me for Valentine's Day? I go, oh, I forgot. And then when she gets angry, I fake a heart attack and go, she
One-
goes, it's the other arm. I go, oh, yeah.
You know, it's over. We've been married over 25 years. What is it? From 97 till now. What would that be? 27?
26, 7.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah. Valentine's Day is just like, you know what? We're gonna have a quiet evening together. That's good enough. And we've never really been huge on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I'm a bit like that. Laura goes, we'll have a quiet night on Valentine's Day. And I go, what time's Paul live?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
You have to remember to get at least something. It doesn't have to be big, but you have to get something. But it doesn't have to be, oh, I'm getting her diamonds or whatever for Valentine's. It's like you just some token.
I don't know what flavor that is, Mark.
I don't think they know
Kelly's
what clotted
clotted
cream is.
cream
And-
ice cream.
Yeah. And Mark,
David,
I know where Berlin is. Yeah. But when you don't have a sat nav or a map, right, and you're just guessing the roads, it's a little bit harder.
Mm.
because
It
all
was
the
fun.
signs mean is it's Berlin's that way.
Yes,
France
but
is
you
that-
don't.
There is no that says
no.
that way. It has the next town is that way.
Yeah,
So you have
when
to know all
when
your
you set
connected
off
things.
from south of Spain, they are not advertising Berlin that way, right? They're not advertising Berlin anywhere in Spain.
Because aren't there signs saying like
It'd be north.
France, 2,000
No.
miles?
I told
No.
him north, and he says no, it's east. And I said from where you're at is northeast.
But you
Really?
have to remember, you have to follow the roads. You can't just go across country.
Mhm.
I bet Tim would go cross country, off roading.
Tim,
But
What
what,
you need to-
flavor?
just a
What
minute.
flavor is Kelly's clotted cream?
Right, but anyway, Tim,
Clotted cream
want to know
flavour.
about right? If you want to know what you're doing for Valentine's Day, just you get your left hand to buy the right hand a can of beer, and you're sorted.
No. I'm glad you said a can of beers. That was one where the left hand was going.
See, that's what I ended up doing. The Christmas present that Kathy got me was a cast iron, like grill for my Weber, but it was the wrong size, and so it wouldn't fit my Weber. It was actually for a big green egg, so I had to take it back to the store, and it finally ended up taking it back to the store today, getting a refund on that, and taking that money, going over to the other store, buying groceries and Valentine's Day
That's what I
stuff
was thinking, Mark.
for my wife. And then I stopped on the way home at the lodge and bought a beer, and that beer is my Christmas present.
Wait, what? From the
That's
south
right.
of Spain, Berlin is northwest. No, it's not.
No, northeast.
Northeast.
East.
Donald is 100% correct.
Yes.
Northeast.
Yeah, just
It's definitely not north and northwest because if you
No,
go
you-
northwest,
west
you're
be
going to
going
end
that
up in
way.
Ireland.
Donald, do you want me to click?
you've got to go that way.
If you went northwest from Spain, you would end up going swimming.
No,
Yes.
you wouldn't. You go Portugal first from the south of Spain,
Yeah, and then you'd end up in the channel as well.
and then you'd end up in Canada
in
somewhere.
the ocean.
Yeah, but if you keep driving, you'll pull up poles.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark White says Andrew clotted cream.
Yeah.
Look it up in Google. It is
Uh,
very thick, rich cream.
Laura, what the hell have you been doing?
What?
It looks like you've been dragged through a bush backwards.
No, I've put my hair up in a clip.
And she's got that elderly lady look.
She's going for the Bojo look.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's for you, Paul.
Bye, Mom. Gotta go. Bye.
I used to
That's
have
all
a
right,
grandmother
Donald.
look like that.
Have a good evening.
And that's why you don't skip Valentine's
That's
Day
you,
because they'll
Paul.
show up anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Grandma.
Hey, Jonathan.
Have a good evening, Donald.
See you, Donald.
Well,
Bye-bye.
the thing of it is, Laura, is that you had the light right behind you too. So
That light's always behind me.
No, it's not. It's above you.
Don't make me slap you.
Wait. It's Valentine's Day. Come and slap me.
Promises.
hey, Jonathan Jackson, how you doing?
Hey, Jonathan. How you doing, mate?
Your brother from another mother has been in here.
Justin's quiet.
Chewing the paper.
Apparently that is illegal.
What?
That type of ice cream is illegal in the U.S. because you
Really?
use unpasteurized milk.
Oh, it's
No.
unpasteurized. Yeah, everything has to be pasteurized.
Well, all you do is you pick it up and wave it across your face. It's pasteurized. It's sorted.
The clotted milk, the clotted cream ice cream
What's up, Jonathan?
uses unpasteurized milk, which is illegal according to the
Justin, have you ever had
FDAA.
unclotted cream ice cream?
Have what?
Unclotted
What?
cream ice cream. It's
Not that I'm aware of, no.
It's not
It's-
unclotted. It's
it's
clotted.
not. It's not
clotted,
pasteurized.
clotted
Not-
cream
No, I
ice
don't
cream.
think so.
Right, look. If the milk is not pasteurized, just pick it up, swipe it across your face. It's pasteurized. It's sorted.
It is kind of funny.
Kind
I
of.
got it. They didn't.
It's kind of funny.
I've realized something, David, that one of the British favorite terms is sorted.
Sorted.
Yeah.
So,
Bob's your uncle. Sorted.
Bob is my uncle.
so is my uncle. So is my uncle.
I have a great uncle named Bob.
See, Bob's your uncle.
Bob is my uncle.
And I have a cousin Tom. I don't even know him.
We also have other good advice over here for you, Andrew. If at first you don't succeed, suicide wasn't for you.
Again, we are continuously receiving information minute by minute, which is part of the delay of us coming down here. But I do want to pass it on to Chief Grandison.
Ooh, what's this?
Next to some of
Is this a shooting, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kansas City, I believe.
Oh, what a sad state of affairs the world is.
Yep. It was two guys that knew each other, had a beef, and decided to take it out right there.
Oh. So these two were together and did the shooting, huh?
Well, they ran into each other there, and then
They had an
started shooting each
argument
other.
and decided to shoot each other.
22 people were shot. 8 of them are critical. One of them is dead.
Yeah.
Wait up.
Sorry,
so two
Mark.
guys
3 people
met up.
detained.
So two guys met up, right? They didn't like each other, started shooting, and all them innocent people got injured.
Yeah.
And they didn't shoot each other. Teach them to shoot. Let them shoot the right person.
Well, if they had a beef with each other, why weren't they shooting at each other?
They probably were. They just don't know how to shoot.
Well, besides that, it was in a big crowd.
There you go.
So were they? I wonder, were they sideways? Or
Guarantee
holding
you, they picked
upright?
that gun up like this and they were doing this.
Andrew, there's a couple of phrases there for you from Mark. If my auntie had balls, she'd be my uncle.
Yep.
Yeah. And you'd make a better door than a window.
Yep. I've heard.
In other words, when you can't get, say, like you were standing in front of that door there and I want to see out of it, I'd go, you make a better door than a window.
My dad used to tell me my mama wasn't a glass maker. Move out the way.
All I ever seem to hear is bang, bang.
And
bang,
if you,
bang. I know
yeah,
that
and if
song
you
already.
leave the door open, what your mum used to say to you was, "Was you born in a barn?"
Yeah, I used to get that.
That was a Dr. Dre song. All I ever seem to hear is bang, 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 bang.
Bang, bang, hang.
Mark, that is a standard size for a magazine.
Yeah. Hi, bang, bang.
I actually have that song on my Spotify.
Good for you.
Oh, what is our Prime Minister doing now?
What isn't our Prime Minister?
I want you to shut up.
Well, David, there are certain
No,
government.
let me just say this, right?
There are
Last night, they had one of these fake debates, you know, where you've got a politician, one politician for one party, and what they did, they handpicked the people. The TV channel vetted the people. They're all Tories, right? They all voted Tory in the last election, right? Then the government vetted them to make sure none of them were criminals and all that.
Well,
Right.
haven't you gone home, Tim?
And he still managed to get into a row with them and botched it up.
But what I don't get it, you said they were Tories. Well, they were elected officials? Is that what you said?
Tories is a name for conservatives over
I know,
here.
but you said they were elected officials?
No, they were general members of public, but
Okay,
they
they
were
were
vetted. Yeah. So they voted Tory. Yeah, or conservative. And he still
I
botched
thought
it
you,
up.
I
Every
thought you said
time-
Voltors.
Yeah.
Every time our Prime Minister opens his mouth these days, he cocks it up. We had this trans young girl that was killed, right? And last week,
Well,
her mother.
David, I'm confused. A trans young girl or a trans young boy?
No, it was a boy. Now it was a girl, right? So,
Okay.
right. So she was murdered, you know, in some horrific thing, and the court case was only recent. And the mother was invited to to Parliament to see politicians and discuss the rhetoric that they're coming out with. And our Prime Minister decided that would be a good day to attack Labour about trans people. It was like, what are you doing? You invited this family
why
in
did-
here.
What was
Well, so-
what was the person murdered over?
She were
murdered?
right. Basically, it was two teenagers that had a thing for murder, and they planned it, and they thought they were going to get away with it. Unfortunately,
Okay, so why does a person have to be trans then if it had nothing to do with it?
no. They picked the trans girl. Yes. She was the victim.
Wrong place, wrong
They
time.
was the she was friends with them, which makes it even worse. And they picked her, and she
I
got
wouldn't say
murdered
they
in the
were
most
friends with her.
brutal way and left. And yeah, they didn't get away with it. And they're
Yeah,
all
I wouldn't say they
that-
were friends with her because friends wouldn't kill you, murder you.
no,
Like
no,
that.
no. They were friends
They
with her.
pretended to
These-
be friends with her
Well,
at
yeah,
that point.
but these
Either way,
the two people had a fixation
each
on
other.
murder. They had a what they call a kill list. So the poor trans girl
Oh.
was one of many that could have been a victim. Yeah, they just
Because Ma-
wanted one person, and she agreed to meet them.
So they were friends and unfriended her.
Yeah, and on Saturday we had another trans girl who was 18 who was also stabbed 14 times because she got invited to a party and then they decided to victimize her because that's the rhetoric that our government are putting out at the moment. It's horrible what's going on. Let people just be who they be who they want to be.
Maybe somebody should yell and slap the government and say, what in the world are you guys thinking?
Well, hold on. Is the government telling people to go out and violently attack people?
The rhetoric they're using, yeah. So they're saying things like trans people are not welcome, immigrants are not welcome. Let's get rid of these people and all this. They're just saying horrible stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Political
but those
point
people,
scoring.
yeah, but those people still have a mind of their own to make
They
that decision
do.
whether they're going to murder somebody.
But
You
they
can't
do.
really-
But if
Yeah,
you,
but I could say
if
I
you've
don't
got
like-
politicians that are talking like that, people,
that's
idiots, think it's okay to go out and do this shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
why
'cause,
should anyone that's just
Yeah,
because they're a different religion be victimized because the government can't shut
Exactly.
well, right? Some people are getting abused and they've actually lived here all their lives.
Mm.
Yeah, they're not immigrants. They
Yeah,
just
but I-
happen to be a different religion.
I don't know. I wouldn't blame the government for other people's actions, though. People have their own individual choice to make
Well,
decisions
you can
like
say that. Look, we've
The government says
we can
shit
go
all the
around.
time, but that doesn't mean I go around doing what the government wants.
No, you're a sensible person. I wouldn't go around there hurting
Right,
other
but-
people, but that's what I'm
But
saying.
that's what I'm
Because
saying
if
is
you-
those people aren't sensible, so it really doesn't matter what you say to them. They're going to end up doing it
Yeah.
anyway.
But what I'm saying is
that's
they're
another-
repeating it over and over and over, and they're whipping people up. They know what they're doing, and they haven't learned a lesson, right? Few years back, they whipped up this anti-labor stuff so bad, yeah, that one of our up and coming politicians, she was so kind-hearted and a relation of mine, right? She was such a nice lady. She went into politics for the right reasons. She was giving all them fees away to charity and stuff, and she was killed. Serving her constituents, she was killed. Right?
Was that
And
was
only
that Jill Dando or was that someone
no,
else?
Joe Cox.
Oh yeah, I know who you
Right?
mean.
And then only a couple of years back, yeah, because of the rhetoric that's going on and everybody's whipping everybody up and having a debate about it all and getting angry for no reason, yeah, one of their own side was killed. David Amos, just down the road from us.
Mhm.
You know what? He was not the politician. He was a Tory, but he was not the Tory that's in there at the moment.
Mm.
Yeah, he wasn't evil. He wasn't thinking. He was Mr. Southend. He wanted the best for this area and everything, and he ended up paying for his life. They're not learning. Yeah, politicians should lead by example. Yeah, if I was a politician, yeah, I wouldn't be sat in government shouting "Down with America! Down with Australians! Down with this! Down with that!" I wouldn't do it. Yeah, because I have to lead by example.
I say down with Tim all the time, but nobody listens.
Well, good.
Because
right,
David,
let's get on a different subject,
just,
though.
Yeah,
let's get on a different
politics
subject.
again.
let's
David,
move on.
I don't want to remind you, David, but you started off the show talking about you don't want to talk politics or religion.
No, unfortunately, I didn't
We're straight
actually.
into it again.
Paul's got a good point
Well,
there.
let's just
No, I
change the
didn't
subject
actually
and be
do
done
that.
with it.
What I said
you
was,
just
yeah, But this is the problem. It's all easy to get led into it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You could be
we
talking.
just stray
You
into
talk.
it too
Look, we
carefully.
was talking about drones earlier and Philly Drone Live. Yeah, and that
Yeah.
leads you into politics. You can be
Yeah.
talking about breathing.
Unfortunately,
Everything.
everything that we're gonna talk about is always gonna stray some way
Somewhere.
into religion, unfortunately.
So, who's ready for baseball season?
Baseball sucks.
Hey, now that
Yeah, I'm not into
Baseball's-
basketball.
American
Ba-
football is
baseball's
finished,
boring as shit to
so
watch.
Australian football is starting up. So
You know
Australian
what?
football,
It's all
so you gotta
overrated.
start watching.
No, it's all overrated. I prefer soccer or football.
Can't really
I'll
just
have to see.
Only
Dominic,
'cause
if
my
I
team's
can-
winning at the
Football,
moment.
My football, their football.
Right. I prefer football where you kick it with your feet, not the one where you pick it up and run with it.
David, time will
Yeah,
tell
we
how
kick it with
good the
our
team
feet.
is. Time will
Eventually.
tell how good they do.
I'll have to see if I can watch the AFL over here so we can kind of do
You
a night
can.
like that too.
You
Uh,
can
I gotta
Tim,
figure
wants-
out
AFL.
what
You can get it
I'll
over
find
here as
some
well.
I'll
Tim
find
has
some
a
way
suggest-
of.
I just have to figure
be
out what it's played on. I'll
Could
figure
be
it
on
out.
ESPN.
Tim has a suggestion. Let's talk about beer and a good hit.
That's all
Yeah.
Tim ever wants to talk
Beer
about.
and good head.
I'll tell you how
So
bad
you're
sports
getting
getting
head by
over.
having beer.
Yeah, Dominic, this is how bad sports getting over here now. We
Yeah.
have got a dedicated sports channel to tennis.
No, we haven't got that yet.
We have Sky Cricket, Sky Motor
Yeah.
Racing, Sky Football, several channels, Sky Rugby, Sky America Football, and now they've gone for Sky Tennis.
Oh, they do have a dedicated channel when Wimbledon is on.
Oh, and we have Sky Sky Golf as well.
David, is there a ping pong channel? Table
Give 'em a
tennis?
chance.
What is with
Give
you?
it time,
Boring ass
give it
sport.
time.
The Chinese do have.
Yeah.
We've got we've got
I'm just trying to
5
change
sports
the
chan-
topic
we've
from
got-
what David was
We've got
talking
5
about.
sports channels on our cable network over here. One is dedicated to AFL, and they talk about that 24/7. Even when the season is
It's over.
off
They still go
season,
on.
I'll find some way of talking about it. Then you've got cricket on one channel,
Not
which
much, Jonathan.
then pushes.
Oh,
makes
that
way for
is Dominic? Is that called the Jiminy Channel?
Yeah, the Jiminy Cricket channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do have Fox Cricket because we got Fox. Ours is called Foxtel. So we've got Fox Cricket, Fox Footy, and then we've got Fox Sports, which does all the other stations and all the. We even have fishing on there. We have fishing.
Yeah, we got a fishing channel.
Yeah, we got Fishermania, which is held in Darwin every year.
I think I counted earlier on. There was 37 channels dedicated to sport.
We'd have
But
about
what
30.
puzzles me, right? We have Sky Football,
Yeah,
right? And they show
we like our Fox
they've got
Footy.
Sky Premier League, so they're showing the game, the big game. So say Man United versus Man City, they put it on Sky Premier League. 2 channels up, they have Sky Football that will also show the game, and then a couple of channels up, they'll have Sky Sports Max, which will also show the game, and Sky
Yeah.
Showcase.
Yeah, we had
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same company showing
We
it
got netball.
4 times, and
Yeah.
they think,
Netball is starting.
"Oh, we don't want Sky Netball."
Well,
we've-
occasionally I've
Our
seen,
netball is on one of the sports stations because we've got a netball competition.
I've seen billiards or a pool on
Yeah.
ESPN.
We got we
Oh,
got
we have
snooker.
snooker. Oh, snooker.
Bring back pot black, and bring sadly, Whispering Ted Lowe is no longer with us, but
Yeah.
he was one of the
Uh,
great commentators.
Will there be was it squash? Is that the
Yeah,
new
we have
popular
squash
one?
occasionally. We have the darts.
You got cornhole.
Yeah, that'll be.
Oh,
Give me a
yeah,
little-
Bing Bang Toss.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'll be the next one. Sky grass cutting.
Yeah,
That would be
we have lawn bowls. That's
That
close
would be-
enough.
Yeah.
Bowling, yeah.
Bowls is close enough.
Dominic and Paul probably remember this one.
Well, you've got
Lawn
golf
dart.
too, right?
No, what about lawn dart competition?
Yeah.
Jarts.
But they still not got to the main event. Where
No,
is
go.
the Sky
This is
Curling
good.
channel?
Yeah, that's what I want to. I want to see the.
Curling's only one season a year.
Yeah,
Curling all
I
year round.
can't remember the last time I saw curling on television.
It's on all the time over here.
Olympics.
Yeah.
One of the last Olympics.
I want to see the Gaelic football channel and the hurling channel. 'Cause
Hurling?
I love watching those two sports.
Curling.
Oh,
Hurling.
I thought you said hurling. I was saying, well, how far can you throw up? You know?
Yeah, hurling. Yeah,
Yeah,
HURLING. It's
Yeah.
Hurling.
No, Dominic, I thought it was CURLING.
And what about the?
No, there
What
are
about-
two different sports. One is
Oh.
curling with a C, and the other is curling with a
Hurling.
H. So hurling with
What-
a H.
how do they
I
play
didn't realize
hurling?
that.
Hurling, you lift something up and you throw
This
it.
is Loki.
You've got a ball, and they use a hockey stick.
Oh, that one. I thought you was on about the Scottish hurling. You know, where they pick up the big tree and they go,
Oh, you mean caber tossing?
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
that's
they
the
just,
caber
Yeah, there'll
toss.
be a channel
Yeah.
for caber tossing as well.
yeah, and they just get it, and they're like,
Yeah,
The
caber
caber-
tossing.
The caber toss is at the Scottish Games.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
trying to think of
I
sports
remember
out there.
back in the 70s they had midget tossing.
You can't do that
Oh.
anymore.
They
No,
used
it's
to
not.
they used to have
PC.
Velcro suit on, and they had Velcro on the wall, and you try to see from a line how high up the wall you could pitch your midget.
Yeah. I can't do that anymore. It's not
No,
PC.
they stopped that.
Yeah.
what else?
East Coast.
I do believe as well they're talking about doing an esports channel, so it'd just be people picking FIFA.
Mark
stuff.
White,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Shinty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shinty's,
Never heard of it.
Shinty's very similar to hurling. That's the
Yeah.
Scottish version.
Shinty and hurling.
Yeah. Because we've got we've got a couple of AFL players that came from hurling.
The one sport they don't talk about at the moment is ice hockey over here. Since that
Yeah.
incident, yeah, there's just nothing been said about it.
We had two NHL teams come over here and play a game. I can't remember who they were.
Yeah, they're at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in a couple of months.
Because we've been talking about NFL, two teams coming over here and playing.
Yes, I think they split it, don't they, one weekend?
They said.
That's similar to field hockey, I believe.
What's that?
The hurling.
Yeah, it's related, we'll say. Uses
Yeah.
are very similar. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the closest I can come to.
But you
I'll
can
tell you
actually,
what.
you actually have to hold it and you bounce it on that and then you move.
Yeah, and then you got to whack it
Yeah,
one.
you don't roll. You
Yeah.
don't roll the ball on the ground.
No,
You got
you don't roll it like field hockey.
bounce it.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've got a hockey competition over here. Sorry, ice hockey. Because they're the two main ones are the Melbourne Mustangs and the can't remember the other one. Because I've seen the Melbourne Mustangs play.
You know, and the other thing they've got over here is tag football, women and men.
Yeah.
There's
we've got some
women's
strange
roller
games over
derby.
Yep, there's roller derby. Yep.
Women's.
We have trying to think of other sports that are
Which
As
I
I
think
said, we've
roller
got-
derby, which most of the time people think roller derby went out with the, what was it, the 70s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of it did.
Yeah, because as I said, we've got 5 main sports, and then you've got many other strange,
Variations.
convoluted versions of them. They're bastardized versions.
Justin's
It's
pretending.
just getting dark and it's 10 minutes to 7, which is,
Yay!
it's,
Your days are getting longer.
days are getting longer.
Good
Yep.
to hear. Yeah, you got dodgeball.
David, who do you think Justin's shouting at?
Yeah, lacrosse. Another one we play.
Sarah or Aubrey?
I think it's Aubrey, or you could be talking to both of them because his eyes
Yeah,
are
looks like
shifting
it's
left to
about
right,
that
right to
fan.
left.
Because she's near the door.
Got to remind him he owes Aubrey $20.
Hi, Justin.
He does?
Yeah. Remember, we told her the other day.
Justin, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, I was talking to Aubrey.
That's okay, because David
I
has
knew it.
David wanted to remind you of something.
Yeah, you owe her $20.
Aubrey.
My over ass kicking in a suck she'll knock the crap out.
Or is the $20 going to the bank of Justin?
No, it's coming from the bank of Justin.
It looked like a pretty heated discussion there, Justin.
Yeah, because she was wanting to eat freaking junk food, and I told her no. You go eat your dinner. You're not having any junk food. She wanted
Oh,
chips.
she wants junk food for dinner, right?
Now
Yeah.
that's
Because I got a box up in
Junk
the
food for
closet.
dinner.
I got a box
That
up in
does
the
it.
closet that has the little bags of chips.
which
All the different-
daughter?
The youngest one.
Okay. Your little honey.
Yeah, and I told her she's not having chips if she doesn't eat her dinner.
Okay.
Plain and
You're a
simple.
bad daddy.
No, he's
You
actually
don't eat
being
your
a
meat,
good
you
dad.
can't have any pudding.
David, he's putting the foot down.
I know what he's doing.
Because because he's kind of halfway learned that once the daughter gets a certain age, like his oldest daughter, half the time they don't listen to you at all anyway.
Back on upside the damn head is what I wanted to do.
Oh, right, Mark White. There's also water polo.
Yeah, I don't think Aubrey's going to be one of them that he's going to have problems with.
Well, the other two are a lot older than her, so when they're gone, or if they end up going to college, whatever, she'll be a lot easier to deal with on her own.
I can't remember the last time I saw water polo on television.
'Cause the
I
other
can't
two will
remember
be
the last time I've ever heard of water polo being
We
played.
do a show it here, yeah.
Is it
Summer-
still an Olympic sport?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Summer
I think it
Olympics, I
is.
believe.
She'll still be in middle school and them two graduate high school, so she'll be in 7th grade.
So it might be this year at Paris.
Which is about 4 or 5 months away.
July something, I believe.
Yeah. Middle of July, because it's usually usually our winter.
What's that for?
Because the local NBC station has a little counter in how many days it is till the games.
Is this for water polo?
No, it's the Olympics.
I can't watch fucking baseball.
Is the
Baseball's
Olympics
so
this year?
boring.
I'd rather watch cricket than baseball.
Yeah, baseball, basketball, I don't have no interest in
I'd
watching.
rather
It's so
watch
boring.
paint dry.
Well, baseball
I was
is
thinking
just like they do like 120 games in a season, and it's just so the games are so fucking long.
Yeah, they're on the road all the
Right.
time, aren't they? The team.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is they do 9 innings in a game, and they're so fucking long. Like a game will stretch out. for
And they
like
do
5, 6
double
hours.
headers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too
Oh
much.
crap! It's in Paris, isn't it, this year? And
Mhm.
it's yeah, Friday the 26th of July till Sunday the 11th of August.
Yep,
Mhm.
that sounds about right.
I'll be watching paint dry, don't worry.
Tim
Good
Jackson's in the polo.
Or does Laura prefer to have the nieces?
I'd rather have them than watch sport.
See, I would rather. Then you can kind of tell that the NFL has kind of become America's more of its pastime now than baseball, because if you look at an average NFL game, the stadium will be packed.
Yeah.
Look at an average baseball game and half the stadium's empty. You can tell the NFL is taken over as like the most popular sport.
Yeah.
Because
You're
certain
gonna have something to do in the summer though.
certain baseball stadiums, they want to move the start time up to like 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
what I'm
our
saying
game-
is, it just doesn't seem to be as popular. Like I said, you can just have an average just an average season game, and the stadium will be packed. But if you look at an average season game for a baseball game, and the camera's panning around the stadium, you'll notice like probably 40 or 50% of the seats are empty. Like there's just these big patches of empty seats everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Baseball
last
gets a
year.
lot of their revenue though from televised.
Oh, and it's more of it's one of those sports that's more popular in one area of the country rather than all over.
Ooh.
Like in the northeastern part of the country,
Away from it.
baseball is really popular.
It is.
Like where the Yankees and all them are, like that's the really popular area. Where NFL's kind of popular everywhere. Like it don't matter what state you're in, it's popular.
So like Albany, Boston,
yeah, our game
Buffalo,
is probably
Philadelphia, up that area. It's very popular.
Ours is not really popular in New South Wales, but everywhere else it is.
Max.
So 5 of the 6 states and both territories, our game is popular. Rugby's popular in New South Wales and mostly Queensland.
What the hell was that?
That was 2 dogs going at it.
I thought it was Dominic's cats at first.
I gave Loki one of his treats, and Cleo come over there and got underneath it, and they were going at it. Get away from them.
Do your dogs do like my mum's used to do? My mum's had 2 poodles, and the smaller one would save the treat until the bigger one had eaten it, and then sit there and tease it with it.
She does that. She'll do that to him, and then she'll growl at you.
Yep.
But I gotta adjust this medicine because I gave it to him this morning at 7 o'clock, and I was gonna give it to him at 6 o'clock, and at 5 o'clock he had a freaking seizure.
Ew. No,
So
good.
I think I'm gonna go to 8 hours at a time. See what that does.
Another option is go to the vet and have them adjust the dose.
Well, this is
Oh,
something I bought
no,
over the
this
counter.
is over the counter.
Yeah, it's twice a day. It's like every 12 hours. But I think he needs at least every 8 hours, I think.
What if you go up a dose?
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a little bit more to it by going 8 hours at a time. I'll give it to him when I get up and give it to him
It's
about 3
little
o'clock. give it
nuggets
to 10
that he
o'clock.
gives them.
It's a little bitty piece. So my plan is like 7 in the morning, like 4 in the afternoon, and then like 10 at night. And if he can get him overnight, then 7 in the morning should work. But it wasn't as bad. The seizure wasn't as bad this time. It was faster. So
Well, and you just started it, so he's got to build up,
well, he went over 24 hours without one. That was a good
That's
thing.
good. Do we know
So
why?
if I can get, no, don't have a clue. It's probably because when he was younger, he's going on 10 now. He was like 4 years old, and they were throwing the ball, and he went running into a wall and almost knocked himself out. I think it's a head injury, and it's finally starting to act up a little bit.
Did they do
You
like
okay?
a CT or anything to confirm that?
Oh, they didn't do nothing back then. Nobody went and brought him. They probably didn't even bring him to the vet.
No, I didn't know if recently if they would.
No.
It's,
Oh, hell no. He's got no insurance on him. This is money. This is
Big
real
money.
money.
it's a bit like human seizures. Sometimes there just isn't a reason. They can't find it. They do everything.
Because I do
Now-
know in young children, when they have seizures,
It's easy
doctors
to find.
doctors do not have a clue as to why.
Yeah, but it's easier to find out why in a child than it is in an adult. Because as your brain develops, it actually can surround what's causing the seizure. And
Because David suffers from seizures.
oh yes,
I know it.
do you?
Laura says, and I know it.
Yeah, my dad had seizures. I didn't even know about it. He was walking where he worked at Side Motor Freight Line, and a box fell and hit him in the head. And he had a couple of seizures after that. And he was taking phenobarbital to kind of suppress it. And I had no clue all my life until he came over, and my mother would run him out the room, and he'd come over and lay next to me in the bed to watch television in the middle of the night. And I'd run him out, and then he'd go sit in the living room because he'd rather watch it laying in bed. So then he'd get out of bed, and one night, it was about 2 a.m. He had a grand mal seizure, knocked my ass out to bed. And I was like 16 years old. I had no clue what was going on.
Yeah, because nobody tell you about the seizure.
Yeah, and he's jumping around and all of this, and just completely knocked me out to bed.
I'll tell you what, I bet you any money when he pushed you or hit you, it fucking hurt.
Oh, I don't remember the hit. I remember landing on the floor though.
Unfortunately, Laura's been clocked one by me during a seizure.
Yeah, we had a doctor that lived next door, so they called Dr. Phillips Street. He come running over because he was a good friend of the family, and said, "Yeah, that was grandma. Get him to the hospital." They said because we need to check what's going on, and they said because if he hasn't had him in that many years, something triggered it. Get him in there, get a CAT scan, and they gave him the runaround when they got to the hospital.
East Coast, thanks for coming in and take care.
Yeah,
and Dr. Phillips called up and went off on him at the hospital. They did a CAT scan, and he wound up going into emergency brain surgery because he had a malformation type of hemorrhage in the brain. If they wouldn't have removed it, he would have died, you know?
You see, many years ago, they sent me for a CT scan, and they saw loads of lesions on the brain. It was like, you've had a seizure. I can see all the lesions. And he said, we're going to urgently get you in for an MRI scan and see what's going on. By the time they got me in for the MRI, and I went to have it done, the lesions had gone.
Right.
Weird.
I'm surprised they found mine.
Shut up, you.
Yeah.
So I guess you're not on seizure medication then?
Me, I'm on shitloads of
He's
medication.
on all kinds of medication.
Doesn't mean the seizure medication works.
You see, this is the problem, right? I'm on some medication that can cause seizures, and yet I'm on medication to stop seizures.
Wait, what?
David,
What's the logic to be on a medication?
Well, the medication he
for
needs
seizures
can cause
and-
seizures, but he needs it for other things.
Yes.
Oh.
It's quite
side effects.
multiple uses. The multiple uses for the
But if you,
drug, right?
it's like my Epilin. If you actually read the little leaflet inside it, it actually says side effects may cause seizures.
Oh, the EpiPen?
But the Epilin is to stop seizures.
Epilin.
Yeah.
David, watch that movie clip I just put in the chat. That'd be Laura after you punched her during the seizure.
I didn't. No. I didn't punch her. I don't. No.
Just watch
just-
it though.
right, just
That'd
watch
totally
it.
be Laura.
But we have a rule. Yeah. When I'm having a seizure, because I'm not sure what's going on around me when I come out of it, and my arms are still tensed and my legs and everything, don't touch me. If you've got me in the recovery position, leave me alone. I'll come out of the seizure. I'll be fine. Right. However, on this one day, Laura touched my leg. Yeah, as I was coming out, and I didn't know what the hell. I just went, "Oof," and I kicked her, and I was like, "Finger," and I regretted it for years.
Wait, hold on, go back. That'd be Laura, David punching Laura, and then here's Laura.
What say you, Laura?
There's no microwave.
Like, you son of a bitch.
Oh.
He was trying to save him too from the bullies, and he accidentally punched him instead. Uh,
Tim, not allowed that over here. No, David will not touch it. We've told you this about 10 million times.
No, I won't do drugs. If it's not
yeah,
prescribed, I ain't doing it.
For certain seizure disorders, rare disorders, the only thing that does help is marijuana.
No.
helps with Parkinson's too. The shaking.
All it does is alleviate the symptoms. It doesn't help the cause. In fact, it can actually aggravate the cause. Yeah. It's one of them. It's like the Epilin. You take it to alleviate the symptoms. Yeah. So when you have your seizure, you don't have as bad as you would. Unfortunately, the side effect is it can cause seizures.
Hi, Tim.
Just be milder seizures.
Well, Tim's universal way to handle it would be buy several kegs of beer.
Beer.
That's the worst bit.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to drink with all this medication. See, you see people going into the chemist and they go, I've come to pick up my medication. They walk out with this little white bag and, a couple of pills in it and stuff. I go in there and I go, come to pick up my medication. And they go, and you're like, party bag.
See here, with Parkinson's, and they gave him the nasal spray. Watch.
You
See
know
how
what you
bad
should
he's shaking and moving?
No, don't try to communicate. Just relax. See what happens.
We know from animal experiments that the endogenous cannabinoid system is very important in regulating motor activity, the very type of activity that is impaired in Parkinson's disease. From animal experiments, we also know that boosting certain branches of the endocannabinoid system is helpful in relieving symptoms of Parkinson's.
Exactly.
From anecdotal information, we know that certain patients who smoke
watch how still he is. Look at
experience relief of their symptoms.
I think you're calmed down.
So that was with a nasal spray?
Yeah, it's a THC nasal spray.
Amazing.
He used
Look at that.
a single drop.
You see what, did you hear what they said in that?
And
It can alleviate the symptoms, not the cause.
Right. No, nobody said it alleviates the cause. But for somebody with Parkinson's, dude, that's a relief right there.
If it can slow down the symptoms.
Being able to sit still for,
Well, I think they found some sort of medication now that can actually slow down Parkinson's really well.
I'm sure in another 30 years, 20 years, they'll have it figured out.
Have a cure
Because
for
the thing is like with the new introduction with AI into medicine, it's finding a lot of stuff that, scientists and doctors just mentally could overlooked or couldn't find. It's taken every bit of medical information that we know of and building off the top of that, and it's finding shit that they never even knew existed.
And
You know,
it's
different
finding
compounds,
alternate
different things like
uses
that.
for all these medications that we have.
Yeah, but they're finding new compounds and all that and everything that we never even knew existed.
There's
So
already
I
at
think in
least-
about another 20 years, you're going to see a lot of that kind of stuff start to get.
There's at least another 12 that they just found they're about to add to the periodic table.
I
Yeah,
mean, that was the
Didn't
one that
Viagra that they, it was actually given to you for a heart angina and heart conditions, and it turns out it's actually a good thing for the male.
Oh, same with the medication they
Tim,
give you for
take
kidney
care.
stones too. It was originally
Catch
a
you later,
heart
Tim.
medication, but they give it to you now because it actually is better at expanding your urethra tube, like that where your pee goes through and everything. It's really good
Yeah.
at expanding it, so your kidney stone just goes right through it. So, all right, Laura.
No worries.
But yeah, they've not found that a lot with medications. They've used it for one thing and then found out it worked better for something else, and then they start using
Yeah.
it for that instead. But like I said, when if you watch that documentary I told everybody about on Netflix about the robots documentary, that AI system that one company was using to find new medicines and stuff. I mean, it was just coming up with all kinds of fucking elements and shit, compounds that they've never knew existed. I mean, and it did it in the matter of just a couple days.
Yeah, it's like the
Found thousands of
joke
new
in
stuff.
Big Bang Theory, where they recommission a drug that it was supposed to be to stop anal leakage, and it turns out
I remember that.
It doesn't stop anal leakage because it stops constipation though.
Shut up, Justin.
Anal leakage, that's gross. Yeah, it's I think with the introduction, I think AI is going to work really well in medicine.
I've seen a few pairs of trainers I like.
Well, there's suggestions that Viagra may help prevent Alzheimer's.
And they
Well, they
found
come out
some of the COVID stuff that they were testing is actually been proved that it could, well, they think can help with cancers.
Oh,
there's your kitty cat.
Yeah.
There's Viagra.
Vegemite.
Oh, Vegemite.
He called
She's
the cat
back again.
Viagra.
She was terrorizing the rest of the house.
Poop. It's not a cat, it's a parrot.
Oh, dude, I've
what's
seen
his
people who
name?
have small dogs and cats
Mhm.
like that will literally, as they're walking around, will be resting on their neck.
Vegemite, do not jump onto that building.
Don't climb that building, Vegemite.
That cat's so dark, it just looks like a shadow there.
That's a beautiful cat.
The only problem is that black cats, if they walk across your path, supposed to be bad luck.
How old is the cat, Dominic?
I've been living on edge.
I'd say 5 or 6 months old.
Oh, he's just a young'un.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
tell that's a baby. Look how small it
It's
is.
just, yeah, we got her about.
How big do you think? How big do you think it'll get?
Not much bigger.
Probably a little, probably about 50 to 75% more.
Wow.
Probably that to that.
Now it's going behind Dominic.
This is my seat. Mush.
Yep.
I thought he was hunting for a minute there, Dominic.
He wants Dominic's attention. Is it he or she?
Hey.
The only slight problem now is what happened to the ginger one. We don't mean Welsh Rob.
She's a slate.
Yeah,
Shut
we don't.
Zoe.
Yeah, we don't see Zoe anymore, do we?
The other one is older, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was the one, doing what this one's doing. Vegemite's doing now. Zoe used to do that, didn't she? You just suddenly just see this random ginger tail just go doing.
Yeah, she'll come up occasionally.
Dominic.
That's cats for you. They're a law to themselves.
Vegemite's like, stroke my tail.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to go back into politics, but it's cat related. They've actually bringing in a new law to prevent dog cat nappings and cat nappings. Because it's a big thing, animal napping at the moment and stuff. And
That's illegal over here too.
It is. I don't even know why it's not illegal, but they're actually changing the law, and a consequence of this new law change that's now passed through Parliament, they've just realised the general member of public, if you walk out into the streets and go, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty," you actually can be arrested and charged for catnapping.
How many times?
Well, the only thing bad about that is, let's say you were a member of Cat Rescue and there's a stray cat and you're trying to get the cat over to you.
Exactly. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
You can't, it's going to cause so many complications, this new law, when it comes in, because a stray cat can't be called over. You can be accused of catnapping if the cat walks into your house. And you know what cats are like. They decide where they're going. You can't say no. They're coming in. If that cat wants to sit on your sofa, you move over.
Yeah.
But you don't know if that cat has rabies or something, you know?
Yeah, Laura's going to be arrested with this new law because every time she calls out, all the cats chase her, wanting cuddles.
Oh, she does.
I cuddle all the cats around here.
So, yeah, make the most of her. 'Cause in a couple of months' time, she's going to jail.
I'm still going to be cuddling my cats.
Just be careful. Do not piss off the cats.
No.
I've already been attacked by a cat before, so I know how badly that hurts.
They have sharp claws.
I've
Yes.
had
We had a cat that couldn't retract its claws. That freaking thing, everywhere, you knew exactly where it was. 'Cause all you could hear was... Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, when it freaking swiped, you knew it.
you've seen
And it used to climb up the walls. It used to just dig its claws into the wall. It's like, like, oh, get the filler out again.
You've seen the scar on my elbow from the cat,
Mark.
and the scar here. I think it's.
Oh, dude, I've seen people's houses that had cats and their fucking furniture was just shredded. I'm like, dude, nah, dude, if it comes down to that, the cat's gotta go. I'm sorry. I'm not having a bunch of shredded fucking furniture. Like, our cats aren't too bad with
Dominic,
stuff like
do you
that,
give
but
him
they
cat-
have cat trees. They got 2
was
cat
that?
trees.
Do you give your cats catnip?
No.
You should
Oh.
do it.
Right.
Oh, that shit is hilarious. I give our cats
Yeah.
catnip and they go nuts.
Yeah. Just buy a bag
I
of
don't
cat.
think Dominic wants the cats going nuts. Do you, Dominic?
No,
No,
they
no.
have relaxes them and they actually
It relaxes
get in
them,
good
but
moods.
they also, for a moment, they have a silly hour or whatever. Just get a ball, get a bag of it, just put it in the center of the room, let them have a bit, get your phone out, and get ready for a laugh. You're going to
Especially
get
if
some
it's
funny
especially
YouTube
if
shorts.
Especially a
what
young
about-
cat like Vegemite. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
What about laser pen?
Oh,
Oh,
laser
chase-
pins are fun too. Yeah.
Yeah, the little lights.
I love them.
Our birds love them as well. If we got one and start waving it on the wall, the birds just sit on the perch going, like
Can
they're
I get
watching
that?
tennis.
Can I get that?
Oh, one of our old dog used to chase a laser pen.
Hey, Corey, how you
Dogs
doing?
will chase them too.
Oi!
Yeah, I've seen dogs chase lasers
We
too.
might be in the shoe shop.
Alright.
Well,
Why
What's up,
not?
Corey?
there's so many pairs that are nice in there.
Now I went to this person's house one day, years and years ago, way before I got with Sarah, and I was looking at renting a room from these people.
Into the kebab
And I
house.
walked in the house, dude, and their couches were just shredded to nothing. I was like, holy shit. I was like, and they were like, yeah, it's from the 2 cats. I was like, yeah, I'm not having them
Into the kebab
messing
house.
with my furniture. I ended up leaving. I was like, nope.
Have you heard this? Laura's just asked, do I want to go to the kebab van? It's quarter past
I
midnight.
didn't notice the time.
It's quarter past midnight. You want me to walk to the kebab van?
Yeah, they'd be
Are they
just
open that
opening
late?
now.
No, it'll be closing it
Are they
right now.
open?
No, I was
just-
talking about now.
Just
During the
break in and
week,
make your own.
during the week they close early.
I said, just break in and make your own.
They close early, like 6 a.m.
Justin, the kebab vans, they literally pack up and drive
Well,
away.
rob their house. Do I have to think of everything?
We have
show
to,
up to their house and threaten them you want a kebab now.
right,
2 in the
but
morning,
then you'd have to
problem.
find out where they live. Yeah.
I like how he called them a kebab.
We,
Well,
we
did
could
you-
end up,
did
we
you-
could end up with a National Lampoon situation, you
Did
know,
you-
where the police go to the wrong house.
Did you search the internet to find out if there's 24-hour kebabs any place?
No, there isn't.
There's no 24-hour. There are 24-hour takeaways, but they're not kebab.
Well, I know at least here in the US after COVID, there was a lot of businesses that stopped staying open 24 hours.
Oh, the McDonald's.
Yes.
And they have not gone back since then.
I don't think you can
Yeah,
actually.
you can. They do
A
pick
lot
up.
of businesses did that. A lot of used to be 24 hours, and then once
I
COVID
can't
hit,
check in where my phone
they
goes.
reduced their hours, and they just never brought it back.
Yeah, Walgreens is pulling out of southwestern Boston because of crime.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's going to start happening over here. He's
Looting.
Society has no respect no more.
It's the like the what do they call them? It's where like 30 people run up in a store and it's so many people that the clerk can't do nothing about it but just sit there.
Mob.
Yeah, it's
mob
like a
crime?
mob shoplifting.
Yeah, but
crew,
it's
like-
usually spurred on by gangs.
No, it's what I'm saying is that there's areas where people will literally post on Facebook, we're going to have a mob down here tonight. And a bunch of random people that don't know each other will show up and they'll just run into a store together and grab everything they can. Because what's one clerk going to do when 40 people run up in their gas station? Start grabbing everything. They can't do shit. They can just sit there and watch it. That's all they can do. I mean, unless you got a shotgun, you just want to start spraying through the store. But in a lot of those cities where that's happening, you get in trouble for inconveniencing the criminals. So.
Yeah, how dare you inconvenience the criminal in their unlawful act?
Down here, sheriff will tell you they come in here trying to loot something, shoot them right back out the front door. He told everybody that during the riots down here. He said if they come into your neighborhood, he said your neighborhood gets together and you run them back out by any means necessary. He said we ain't putting up with any of that down here. We didn't have any of that problems down here. They tried to start a little riot in Lakeland, and it lasted for about 30 minutes, and the sheriff's department wrapped that shit up real quick.
Thank you, Mark.
Them in the Lakeland
Flash
PD.
mob.
Until we get to
no, that's not a flash mob. A flash mob is people that start dancing. There's like 40 of them.
It's similar to a flash mob.
Well, similar, but the flash mob over here is when like 40 people are walking in a mall and all of a sudden they start fucking doing grease dancing in the middle of the mall.
You know what? Until this country catches up with America and says, you know what? Somebody walks into your store and tries to steal something, right? You can kick the 10 bells of shit out of them. Yeah, we are screwed over here.
Oh, the best one was when remember that? Hold on, let me see if I can find that video of the clerk whooping that dude's ass with his belt or with the. See here. Or he started hitting the dude with the broomstick on his ass, and the dude was screaming.
Well, the other thing that's bad over here is that the average person on the street doesn't want to get involved.
No, because the problem is
they may see criminal activity, but they just ignore it.
Yeah, but that's like over here. You can't get involved because the likelihood is, as the teenagers call it these days, you get shanked up. You get stabbed. Yeah. I'd be even less inclined to get involved in America because you could go, "Oi, you pack that in," and they go, "I beg your pardon."
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, especially depending on what state you're in too. Like in Florida, yeah, that would go down real quick. Well, watch this. This dude gets his ass whooped with a broomstick. Watch by the clerk. These clerks are not having this shit. This is in Stockton, California. This dude just trying to walk out the whole trash can of shit.
Well, check his pants.
Let me get a switch.
He got a knife, didn't he?
Yeah, but just watch.
And just let him go.
He's stealing cigarettes, isn't he?
Yeah, cigarettes and cigars.
But it's nothing to do.
And they're thinking about tobacco.
Well, watch what they do here. Hold on.
Ain't nothing you can do, man.
Right here.
Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
And that clerk ain't a small boy neither. What?
Yeah.
Whooping his ass.
I feel sorry for the other guy because he misses.
You know that shit hurts, bro. Right on your shin too. They were not having his bullshit.
Exactly.
He's a plumber.
That's what happened.
And that guy hitting him's a plumber. Look.
Won't find out.
Oh my god, dude, you can just hear the connect. Right on his ass, look, I'll beat you like I was your daddy.
Whatever he had in his back pocket ain't there anymore. You can see it all in the. Look, it's all on the floor.
Get him!
Did you hear what the dude said? He said he started whooping your ass.
You done? Are you done? Are you done? Now go. Go. Go.
That dude coming back
Go.
to round 2. He's like, get the fuck out.
Go. Hey, let him go. Just let him go. Just let him
That
go.
is a solid like wood handle, bro. That ain't your cheap little like aluminum handle from the dollar store for your broom.
Well, we need to
Bet you
see
don't go
more of
back.
that out there in the public.
Oh, dude.
Wouldn't it been? The thing is, you should have a right to defend your property. Yeah, and it's not your property until you paid for it.
Well,
So
technically, a gas station is private property, whether you can walk in there or not. I mean, it is
no,
owned
what
by
I'm saying
somebody.
is, over here, we don't have your law. You see, over in America, if somebody broke into your house and you thought you were in danger, you're allowed to shoot. Yeah. Over here, if somebody broke into our house and I picked up a baseball bat and whacked someone with it to protect Laura, I'd go to jail for that.
Oh shit! And Corey here in Florida, bro, the sheriff would have brought you a new broomstick and said, "Sorry, you had to break your broomstick."
Quickly.
Well, what, Joe, what do they call those shank sticks that the police carry? They're about that long and they
Batons?
extend out.
Batons?
The metal.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know
They're
what that's called.
extendable batons.
They're metal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
just
I've seen them use
collapsible
those.
baton.
They'll like that and just whack the hell out of them. Just take the legs out from underneath them.
The
Oh, yeah, I'll
problem
do
with
it.
the problem with those things though is I actually used to use them when I did security back in the day. If you don't have a really nice one that's made out of really good metal, it will bend really easily after one use.
Oh, that would be.
But they do work. They're called collapsible batons.
What I liked about them was the really good one because I had one of my hand ones, and I think you could use it to jack a car up. You know, it's like
Oh yeah, and they take up so little room on your belt too.
Yep.
I mean, they're really small and skinny. You know, back in the day when you used one of those old school batons, that thing was hanging down by your knee and
Yeah.
was always hitting your leg. And
Good boy.
Yeah.
Christ.
Rio's coming. This
yeah, it's the old ones are called nightsticks. The newer ones are called batons.
I'll have a look at the wires. And
There's a difference.
think I can see. What's
A
on.
nightstick was one of the old school ones that looked like kind of like a shape of a gun. It was an L shape.
Yeah.
Shut up, Justin.
Yeah.
Oh, in certain states here, Corey, that I mean, that could be a possibility too. Like the clerk would get in trouble for doing that, but not in Florida. You know, beat the living shit out of somebody. Now, Billy Club, that was almost like one of those little mini baseball bats, but they were thicker. That's what a Billy Club was. It was like a mini baseball bat, but it was really thick at the end. That's what a lot of truck drivers use to check their tires. A lot of truck drivers have Billy Clubs for that. They can go around and hit their tires with it to check their tire pressure.
Oh,
and stuff.
bye, Andrew.
Bye, Andrew.
Dog.
Yeah, but he doesn't say goodbye, does he? He just goes.
Nobody's left the message anyway.
That's
That's your
pretty long,
message.
4 foot. I think the one I used to use was 3 foot. Four foot's pretty long club.
Well, this is interesting. I'm going to show you this. Screen share. There we go. It's a stun gun and a baton.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I want one of those.
That
You won't be
might
allowed it
work,
over
but
here.
it really depends on how good the internals are put in there, because a couple good whaps and the stun gun might not work anymore. But that looks mean as hell, I'll tell you that.
Oh, what? You can't have it delivered, Paul. Look.
What's it say?
He says, this item cannot be shipped to your selected delivery location. Please choose a different location.
Yeah, because they're probably illegal where Paul is, so they can't ship them to him.
Here it is in
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, Paul can't have it in his area, obviously, due to laws, so Amazon won't sell it to him.
Amazon says
No, it will sell it to him, but he's got to go and pick it up from somewhere else.
Oh yeah, he could buy it if he had it shipped either to another because it could be a local law, like a city law,
Yeah.
or it could be a state law. But if it was a state law, he'd have to get it shipped to another state. Because some states you can't have tasers, and so there's some states you can't even have pepper spray. Then there's other states like Florida and Arizona and Texas. You can pretty much carry everything up to an AR-15 on you. They just made I think now it's they made switchblades illegal and back or legal again in Florida. And butterfly
really?
knives, I think you can have those now in Florida. They were illegal for the longest time. What switchblade was the one where the blade popped straight up, right?
Switchblade came out, and the other one is called a stiletto.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that pops straight up.
Straight up, yeah.
That was the one I
that's
think
the
they.
stiletto.
Yeah, that's the one I think they just
Switchblade
made
is the one
legal
that
here again.
flips.
Yeah, okay, so it was the stiletto that they made legal here again.
Is that one?
It
Yeah.
used to be illegal in Florida. Yeah, there's some places that have allowed you to have brass knuckles again. Those were illegal in a lot of places for a long time. Although brass knuckles, although they do damage, they fuck your hand up too.
Hmm.
Knives are all illegal in the UK.
What? Knives are illegal, yeah. Well, it depends. You can have one at in your home, but you can't take it out.
Oh, I can carry I'll show you the knives I used to carry at work. The cops didn't give two shits if I had them on me. I had two different ones I carried with me because we weren't allowed to carry
Yeah.
a gun in a commercial
Well,
vehicle.
when I worked at Asda, I was entitled to carry a small knife. That would be illegal.
Yeah, I can carry that all day long on my side in Florida
See-
and this one here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both illegal. And that one's illegal. That is definitely illegal.
See, I carried this one because we weren't allowed to have guns and, for a dog. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not, if it comes down to me or a dog, the dog's going. That's gonna go right in the side of its neck. I'm not playing with no dog.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're not allowed them over here.
What about this one?
That is definitely illegal.
That would be illegal in some states, but there's some states you can carry knives like that.
Yeah.
But even Florida has a certain
The point
extent,
is,
like it
you
has to
can
be so
buy
long.
knives and you can take them home. But the moment you take it out of its packaging, it cannot leave your home. You can't just walk down the street with a knife, which people do, unfortunately.
I'm not finished. Watch.
I'm going for a shower.
Hold on, Paul's memorized by these tasers.
Hmm.
In the kitchen. Nope, that's not where you shower.
Oh, that's a nice one, Joe. Is that folded steel?
That's all steel.
No, is that folded though?
What do you
It
mean?
looks like a folded steel blade.
No, it's not folded. It's just solid
it-
steel, even a handle.
Because it looks like a folded steel blade, like one of those really nice chef knives are with the lines in it, the black
Yeah,
lines.
not that. No, no,
Oh, okay.
it's just it's a camouflage color.
Yeah, that looks like one of the military knives. What was that real famous one the Marines used?
K-bar.
K-bar. Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what
K-bar.
that black one is. That's what this black one is.
Yeah,
K-bar.
that's a K-bar right there. Yeah, goes on the end of it can be a bayonet.
Yeah,
Looks like it
the
has
real
a
one's
bayonet
real.
hole.
This one won't.
It
It's
looks
just the
like
same style.
It looks like it has the bayonet hole on there,
No, not this one.
or is it
Oh, it's
just
got
for
it, but
looks?
it's got
Just
it,
for
but
looks.
just for looks, because there's nothing to grip it
Yeah.
in the back.
Okay.
But wait, I'm not finished. This is my favorite one right here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah, that's my favorite one right there. It's a Chippewa.
That's nice.
And it's got the pearl handle on it. That's my favorite one. And this is my second favorite one right here. You're gonna like this one. There's another Chippewa.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, look at that one, Dominic.
Ooh, look at that handle.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
What's that, about an 8-inch blade?
I think it's like 7-inch blade. I should have just measured, no? Yeah, 7-inch.
Yeah, you'd had it done it twice. You know, hold your finger on the knife. Let me pull it back some.
Yeah, be careful. You don't want to be slicing no hairs down there.
Yeah.
But I get these things when they go on sale at Cutlery Corner. They have them on the web and they get advertisements. And these things, it might cost me like $14 for this.
Well,
It's for dealers, and dealers sell them for $30-40, you know?
in Florida, there is a certain length that you can't go past. I think it's 6 inches. So, like this one here, I think is about 2.5.
I had a girlfriend that said that once.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She didn't go
This
past
one,
6 inches.
this little knife here, I actually bought this at Walmart for $2. It's just a little disposable knife I pretty much bought just to use. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for that.
Yeah.
It was just a little Ozark knife.
But then you got this one I like. You got this one I like.
Yeah, but
Tell
you
you
can
what, if
use
somebody jumps in here, they got to get me away from these drawers.
Yeah, I could totally carry these knives all day long though in Florida.
Hey, you see these two? I found these two. I found them out by the lakefront. You know, this is a Gerber. This is a Gerber. I found
I
that
have
out by
a
the lakefront.
Craftsman knife that size, but I don't know where it's at. I haven't seen it in a while. Somewhere around here. I got a Craftsman one like that. I got it from Lowe's. It was a pretty good. It's a good little knife. I just don't know what I did with it.
And this one's was a giveaway, and it says Sarge on it. And I found that out by the lakefront. Somebody left it. You know.
The Chevy emblem on it.
Yeah. But it flips open.
That's cool.
I even have a let's see here. Where's it at?
Yeah, they got some nice knives they put on sale all the time. And I'll look at them, and if I think it's something I really want, I'll jump on it, you know.
Oh, there's my big sharpening stone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This one here was on sale for like $10 a piece. It's this little Skinner.
That's a double-sided stone. Got it for $5 at Harbor Freight.
It was $10. I bought one for my boys too.
Yeah, I got this two-sided stone at Harbor Freight for $5. It's been a good little stone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna head out.
Okay. All right, Dominic.
I'm gonna-
Yeah,
later.
I think we're getting towards the end, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't mind.
David
until
went
tomorrow.
quiet.
No, it's
No, I'm still
20
here.
20-1 in the UK.
Yeah.
It is. Laura's getting in the shower.
Ooh, maybe you need to go help her.
You can stay away from my shower.
Here, David, just going to say, here, let me get that spot.
Nah.
Let me get that
Okay,
spot
well,
you hear
I'm
in the
gonna.
background.
Okay, Dominic, take care.
Later, Dominic.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Later.
Yeah.
The plan is to get into bed quick before she gets out the shower, then I get more in the bed.
Okay, there you go. You gotta
That works.
go take care of your spot, right?
That's the one.
Okay.
Later.
Okay, we'll see you later, Justin and Joe. We'll see you probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be on in the morning. I don't know about the afternoon though.
Okay. Justin,
Alright, catch
take
y'all
care.
later.
Thanks for being here. David, it's always good to see you. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Yep.
Later.
All right. Catch you later, guys.
Chat. Bye for now.